I know, dude.
I walk this road, I walk the line, I walk this wire within my mind, and it's me I choose to find my own freedom. I see the signs, they are divine. Wake me up from this hell that I'm in. Wake me up
Hey, wait.
from the loneliness inside. Wake me up, and the dream lives in my mind. I create my thoughts, they are divine.
Bacon and ice cream, baby.
You say that
You said it. I wouldn't
The
have.
bacon was on top of the ice cream. The bacon was not over the ice cream.
The bacon is on top.
we can live each other.
But,
And who are they?
but you and me.
I make it fancy.
In the all of me.
Wait.
I am, you are, we are one for eternity. Wake me up from
Yes.
this hell that I'm in. Wake me
No. Good one. Good question, though.
from this inside.
Thank you. Good question.
Wake me up, and the dream lives in my mind.
I create my thoughts. They're not always divine, to be honest. Not gonna lie. Oh my gosh. Happy Wednesday, Odin. Nun, 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 nun. How's everybody?
Wednesday. I just thought
Okay, sippy sippy. Here we go. Whee! Jump into the flow. Hey, that way. How's it going for you, honey? Happy midweek. Hi, Candy, aka Brown Eyed Girl 69333. Boom. No way, Jose. 16:35 my time. Right on 333. Me loving it. 3 2 3 23. Holy shit balls. Coming up a
Look, it
lot.
looks so much different since that light is on. We haven't had that.
I became a
We haven't had that like
full-fledged
like,
handyman today. Yeah, I'm gonna give myself the credit of the man because I'm the man of the house too. I changed light bulbs with a ladder, and I fixed the shower curtain. I'm not telling y'all with what, but hey, I managed to fix the shower curtain. I'm doing pretty good. Shh, don't tell my secrets away. Hey, Alexander Ganja Shaman, cheers and blessings back at you. What's Aruba energy like today, dude? Happy birthday week. I know your birthday was over. It was Monday the 19th, but happy birthday
Happy
week.
late birthday.
Aw. Say that again just because I was talking.
Happy late birthday.
Happy late birthday from Lily. And did you get cake? That's my biggest question at this point. Fuck presents. Did you get cake, Alexander?
Did you get ice cream?
Did you get ice cream? Lily wants to know. Alexander, my future truck. What's my thought on the new Broncos? Oh my God, don't get me ranting on the new fucking Broncos. I think they're like rich people cars
They're really ugly.
with the energy of too much technology. That's what I think about the new Broncos. They
They're not ugly.
they remind me of just they're pretty, but they're just a bunch of fucking computers, like high class computers and shit. It's funny that you would ask specifically what I think about the Bronco, because the Bronco is one of the trucks that's nearest dearest to my heart, because that's what we drove around Canada in when I was a child. The original Bronco from, I think it was 78. Fuck, I can't remember. Maybe even 76. I was just a kid, okay? So the dates and the numbers and shit. But it was like the brown one with the orange and white-ish cream cab or stripes on it. So yeah, that's what I grew up in, going across Canada. The back seats were gone. It was a mattress, and we was driving across Canada so many times, I don't even remember anymore. And I say that, but like, I don't know, 15, 20 sounds like a lot before you're actually 12 years old, right? When your dad says get in the car and you ask where are we going, and he's like, across Canada, we're going to Quebec, and you're in BC, it's like, oh shit balls, right? That's a long way, baby. First card up, by the way. I am late in the chat. I'll catch up to it the way that I can. Hello, everybody. Loves you. Card number 12, Liberté. Liberty. Liberty, Liberté, Lily, Lilirose is for liberty in part. Her name, Liberty. That's the first card up today. And I think it's significant because of the way that, like, it's just the blue and the white, and it just kind of looks like that cloudy flow of wind. And there's a lot of winds passing through right now, right? Mama, winds of change, being restructured as above, so below. Can you feel it? Hey, Wolf Dude 1. Hey, Mama Bear. How you doing, little bear? How's everything? Oh, Angel Fishy, thanks for coming in, honey. Group hugs. Love you. Love you, too. Happy Wednesday. We are the 21st, 22nd tomorrow. Fall equinox. It's equinox, right? And then we say solstice for summer. Spring, whatever. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I'm kind of dizzy with the energies, but in a good way. No way, Angel Fishy. The kids are home early. Just dropping some love bombs. Roar. Thank you, honey. Have fun with the kiddos. Hey, Rob Benjamin Shadow. Good afternoon. How's everything going for you? Life is good. It's rainy, windy, rainy, cloudy here, but all is well. Bonjour, Karel Bourassa. Comment ça va? Moi, ça va bien. Things are going good. Yeah, nothing actually special or like, whoa, whatever. But yeah, everything's awesome. Shannon 222, you're hilarious. Climbed a ladder. Dude, yeah, you think? My ceiling is like really high, so I can't just do that thing of cheating and standing on a chair safely.
It's not that easy.
I'd have to pile two chairs one on top of each other, and I don't have those kind of chairs. So yeah, I got a big ladder and did it all myself. At first, I was having trouble with the righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. The light bulbs might not have been changed here in a while. And so I went and I grabbed, because I got the light bulbs with like little nipple, I call them nipple covers, because it's just like, it's a fucking cover that basically blocks some of the light. I actually took them off, put them in a plastic bag, and they're on the top of the fridge. I'm not putting them back on. So at one point I couldn't unscrew one of the little nipple ends for the, you know, aesthetic look of the freaking light bulb thing up there. And so I went and got an elastic, and I was like, oh, you're going to come out. And I didn't break one light bulb when I was twisting. That's my thing, eh? I tend to, because I'm in an old building that not everything was changed, all, you know, up to date. So sometimes, like when I was next door, oh my gosh, I changed a light bulb and it was just like, it disintegrated in my hand almost. It was so freaking old. I'm not even joking. I know. I thank you, Shannon. Happy birthday to Alexander. Yeah, I can't help myself. It's birthday week, not just birthdays, right? Blue, thank you. Blue the Curve, Oscillation Cusper. Thanks for coming in, sweetie. Putting my bath on hold because being here is better. Roar, thank you. I took an early bath yesterday when I showed you like what happened with the shower curtain and everything. It was like a really super early bath. I was trying to like, whoa, like switch up my mojo because yesterday a lot of nausea passing through, right? There's a lot of restructuring going on with Gaia. And so those of us who are like, fully connected in a way that like, yeah, we feel it, right? So the nausea yesterday wasn't overwhelming or anything, but it was like ick enough that I didn't want to cook anything because just the feeling. So at one point I was like, okay, I'm gonna get myself into a like extra salty bath just to like, right, transmute some of that energy. And yeah, that's it. Alexander, you're welcome, dude. Shannon 222, my kitten is still wild and she attacked me and tore me up. Blood and pain, but I was calm and I keep loving her. If she was older, I would have thrown her ass outside and told her to deal with the elements. But she's so little and she won't make it without me. Oh man, I'm not good with the attacks of any kind of animal, whether it's a cat or a dog, whether they're big or they're little. But yeah, there is a calmness to be had. My cat bit me, I think it was last week. He had come to me in the middle of the night so I would wake up and pet him. And the third time he came, I didn't move my arm and he bit me. And I was not impressed. Believe me, it was like, whoa. It didn't hurt. Well, it shocked me because he doesn't do that. It didn't hurt or anything. He didn't pierce the skin, but, it was just shocking. Hey, Chakra Bunny. How's everything going, honey?
It was just shocking. Hey, Chakra Bunny.
I know, it was shocking. Hey, Chakra Bunny. Good ears to notice that. How's everything going, sweetie?
I tried to make it fancy, but it all melted before I could show you guys.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, it's kind of hot in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Blue says, oh, Shannon, she's now in human training and learning to play appropriately. I suggest a toy for those moments to let her get the toy instead of you. No way. Angel Fishy says, that card looks like Bella's glow in the dark, same color, soccer ball. I'm a little behind in the chat, Bunny. I'm doing good. Yeah, anchored in, grounded in, doing good. I don't really have a lot of words for much right now these days, to be honest. So I'm coming in to bounce off the chat. If anybody's having certain things pass through, any downloads that you guys want to share, any like dream time stuff. Are you sleeping? Is there certain like things passing through your body that you feel like you would want to share today, just to give the heads up for others, right? Sometimes when we're the one saying like, oh, boom, the nausea, then other people can understand. I'm not the only one. All of a sudden, like everything's fine during the day and boom, nausea hits, right?
I tried to make it all fancy. Isn't the hot tub?
Oh, please don't trip on my Alice in Wonderland book.
Yeah, you can't really see it.
Oh my God, that's really gross to me because I don't really like ice cream
Or caramel.
or caramel so much. But bon appetit, enjoy, and don't get it all over the place.
I already
Please.
did.
Wonderful.
Not here, but in the kitchen. I cleaned it up.
Shannon 12, Liberty, yes. 1 and 2 is 3. The Trinity as well. Trinity is coming up a lot for me, guys. Most resurrection, reset. I'm trying to think of like the words or the things that are passing through me. You know what I mean? I'll say them when they come. Shannon the cat, I love her so much, but she's so wild. Hopefully I will tame her with the OCD loving I've been giving her. She eats steak as a snack. She's spoiled rotten. No shit, eh? Yeah, you better be glad I have patience and a big heart. Right on, sweetie. I have patience and my heart is pretty big, but I don't have patience for certain things. Like I am not able, or I'm not a dog whisperer. I'm a dog person when the dog is trained, but I don't know how to do that, and it's not a part of my skill set or my inner gifts to have patience, like for puppies and to understand what they need, right? And I really, I've had kittens before, but it's been so long. Like Amy was 8 last time there was kittens in my life, and now she's 22. So I can't even remember really the timeline of it. It's like another life, right?
I wasn't alive.
No, he was not even alive. Shannon, you've been feeling blue? and sleeping a lot, yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming up, passing through. It's just like, whoa, eh? And the resting, guys, if you can rest, even if you can just be horizontal, lay down, take some breaths, right? Some breathing, it helps a lot. Helps a lot. Thanks for sharing, Shannon. Do you feel like the blues that there's that when you like, do you ask to separate, like, is this mine, to see like to what point like that a weight gets lifted? Because like last week I was having a day where everything was super heavy, and at one point I was just like, what the fuck, whatever's not mine, like, go, I transmute you to light, thank you for being with me, but you don't belong, I don't consent to you being here. And it was like, I would say like half of the weight of that blues feeling that I felt, it was like boom. So then I could see clearer to what was mine, right? What's mine that's passing through, or what am I grabbing from just everything that's everywhere, right? Karel Bourassa, Geneviève, je vais très bien. Good. Merci d'être là, je suis contente, t'es là. Blue says, Shannon, he's a cat whisperer too. Oh, the name, the video shared? Okay, guys, right on. Thanks for sharing information.
I had a whole ton of marshmallows.
Shannon says, you don't want to know how bad I wanted to whoop her butt and throw her outside, but I hugged her and loved her. Oh, I do. And you know what? I thank you for your blatant honesty, right? I'm sorry. I've already been a punching bag and whipping post for a lot of fucking humans in my life. I don't want to be scratched or bitten by animals, right? So yeah, the power of control that it takes, right? Because it's instinct as well. When something, like when he scratched me and he bit me the other day, I pushed him away. I didn't even have time to think of their reaction, because I had just pulled him in and tucked him, like gave him so much affection, like in the last, this is the middle of the night, eh? He's coming to wake me up. He wants affection. I'm giving it to him, and I had just done it twice. And then so the third time I was almost back to sleep finally, and I didn't move. And then when he it didn't hurt him, but still my instinct, I didn't know it was coming. My eyes were closed even, right? I didn't even see. But yeah, it was just a slight push, but I know that feeling of, and I've lived with masculine who have no patience, and thrown animals, or done really shitty fucking stuff, man. Right? So I've seen what somebody who cannot control that is, Shannon, and it's a whole fucking other level. It's not fucking cool at all.
You look so sad.
Well, then pet him or love him. Give him ice cream or something. I don't know.
No, I think it's from you talking about him.
Right on, Shannon. Blue says, yes, the nausea has been off the charts the past few weeks. Oh my word, take a few tokes just to nibble or drink. Yeah, thanks for writing that, because I'm a stubborn little shit. I prefer to not, well, first, I can't afford, I don't grow my own stuff, right? Like, so I limit what I ingest. I don't like to smoke during the day, right? And fuck, believe me, in a certain timeline not so long ago, I let myself smoke more during the day, and it fucking resulted in like not so good for my body, as above so below. But anyways, yesterday that the bath helped, but it's when I finally rolled a joint around 6:30, 7 o'clock, that the complete nausea went away, and I was actually able to really feel like my body good, right? So the knowing of like, have a couple tokes just to get rid of the nausea, if every other tool and every other trick that I use doesn't amplify to make it go, right? Because yesterday I stopped myself. If I would have, had a little bit, then I would have got shit done, because I didn't get anything done per se because of the way. And as well, when the nausea hits, there's also that, like, timelines are flipping before my eyes. Like, I close my eyes and it's just like everything's flipping everywhere, as above so below. I feel it all, right? So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. But Blue says, love bites, Mama G. Cats can easily break skin, but says, I love you by not. Yeah, exactly. But a love bite when you're like half asleep and you've already given a lot of affection, like, I didn't see it coming. He's never really done that. You know what I mean? Anyways, it was fine. And now I know just to be more, put my arm, like my arm would have been under the blanket, right? Whatever. Shannon, I love my kitten, but I really hope she gets over her wild side soon. Yeah, there's only so much. Like, I mean, I get it. I love animals, but sometimes I hate the way that people speak as if it's super simple and as if, you know, everything's allowed, because no, right? It's the way there's like a Facebook or a meme or a meme or whatever y'all fucking call that shit.
Mimi?
A Facebook post of, you know, if I get taken down by a 100-pound dog and that's the way that I die, that's gonna be my heaven on earth. Like, I'm gonna be happy. And it's like, what the fuck? Why do people even say that shit or imprint it to write it down? Especially when strangers' dogs come and jump on me. I'm barely like, just over 100 pounds, maybe right now because I'm large, like a little bit more jiggly. Like, let's say I'm 110, 115 pounds, soaking fucking wet. When a dog that's my size, 80 to 90 pounds, comes at me, I don't think it's funny, and it hurts, right? Especially when it's not even mine and I didn't see them coming, like at the park or something, right? So yeah, ouch. Yes, same, Blue. A lot of eye pressure with the nausea and blurry vision as well. Yes, blurry vision, seeing stuff that other people don't see kind of thing, and yeah. Shannon, I seriously think she came to me at the perfect time, the full moon, because I would have never got her any other way. Yeah. Blue, the more we use our single eye, the less our cornea, corn sink. I love it. Cornea works. Shannon says, I had to rescue the cat from the dumpster. She would have been killed or died of starvation. Okay, I gotta go check my spaghetti sauce. I know I'm a little late in the chat. Like, I'm behind. This is the best way for me to roll, because if I catch up with the chat, I got nothing to say per se. So I'll be back as quick as I can. I gotta check my sauce.
I shut off the timer. So I tried to shut off the
Thank
timer,
you.
which is okay.
Lily,
Yeah.
put the stuff back at the back so that
Alright.
the mittens, thanks. It's not a big deal, just. Check again. I think I'm gonna need more tomato paste, and I didn't check the spices yet. We'll check that in a bit. It's not hot enough. I swear the sauce is double the size of my butt. It's huge. Hey, Mr. Hugh. How's it going, Mr. Hugh? Welcome in. What's the Ireland energy like today, dude? Shannon, I had no clue what that cat went through in her month and a half of life, but she is tough. Blue says, Shannon, I'm still getting bite holes all over my hands from you. She's learning, but the wild pops in still after months. Yeah. Candy, I'm an animal lover, but I don't have any animals at this time. Yeah, I totally get it. There's timelines of our life, where there's like the in between before, and you know, another animal comes in type of thing. Shannon says they will come to you when they are meant to. Yeah, my belief is that animals are the same. It's a soul contract, just like a human. So as per my belief system is that, we don't just meet each other randomly, and every single thing, every single person that we meet, has an aspect of a soul contract. Some soul contracts can be as simple as you were meant to pass by at a certain store, smile at a certain time, right? And some are bigger, where you're going to spend time, you're going to, invest energy, and you're going to have timelines with people that, get sustained. But I'm a firm believer in the same with animals. Just because you see a cat or a dog and you bring it home, and sometimes it's not yours. Sometimes that dog or cat was meant to come into your life so that you could gift it to someone else. Or, what's happened to me in my experience is that I love a dog, I take it, but it doesn't work out. Whatever the energy is, right? It doesn't matter what the story is. And then whoever that I give it to next is its forever home. And I've had a dog once where I was like I don't even know, 6th or 7th person to take this dog in, because it was so amazing and I loved it. And it's just like, I'm so happy and I'm gonna love it and call it my own. And it was like, whoa, this is not working out. Like, right? It was eating, it wasn't working out. And then who I gifted it to next, it didn't work again. But then the last person was the forever home. You know what I mean? So I don't know if any of y'all are Canadian here. There was a show, The Littlest Hobo, right? It was a dog who went community to community, and every end of the episode, everybody wanted the dog to stay because they loved him oh so much. But he had to keep moving on. He was the littlest hobo. He was meant to go to other places to bring hope, love, and all these different scenarios. So I know it's just a TV show, but the concept of, how some humans are born and y'all grow up in the same town and region, and you get married, you choose to stay there, you get job offers other places that are amazing, you don't take them because you're meant to stay in the same place. But then there's some of us who were born, and we were born so freaking nomadic, we did a bunch of different schools, we've lived on so many different ley lines, right? So it's like the same for animals as well. Shannon, I'm happy with my zoo. Candy says, I'm currently focusing all my energy on myself, healing myself internally and externally. Yeah, I love that you say that, Candy, because some people want a pet so freaking bad because they want, to have the companionship. And guess what? Hello, you just bypassing the codependency of, you're not going to choose a human to be codependent with, but you go grab yourself a dog or a cat thinking that's going to fill the hole inside of you, right? So that codependent aspect of, I can't be alone, so I'm going to get myself an animal. And how, right? Sometimes it's so focused on self, and it's like bypassing to bring in other things because that timeline was meant to be alone type of thing, right? This being said, some people, it is the lifeline of survival to get an animal so that you have an energy with you, right? Everybody, all scenarios, all storylines different, but still. Hey, Treespy, how's everything going today for you, sweetie? Thanks for coming in. Blue says, Shannon, I have bitten my kittens to get through to them to not bite. I've never, I would not,
I bite those sometimes.
I would not discount that would super work, because I'm sorry, I'm going to be straight up. It works with children, right? It works with children. A child that doesn't understand how much it hurts and it's shocking, and then you bite them once. I've never had anybody in my timelines. I've raised 3 children of my own and the stepchildren, and had other. I worked in childcare as well, right? This being said, it's a last resort after a lot of communication has gone on. But I remember Lily had the phase, and she was hurting her older sister, right? And there was once. And it was like, Mom, what are you doing? And it's like, I have to show you. Do you like this? And no, why would you do that to me? And it's like, well, why would you do it to Amy? Right? If Amy can't be safe with you and you're little and it's always her fault, or you don't get in trouble, or you keep doing this, you're gonna do it harder and harder. Like, I wouldn't, right? And it stopped the timeline, boom, in its tracks. She didn't understand. And the reason that she was doing that wasn't just for whatever. Amy was not being nice, right? It was a timeline of her adolescence. She wasn't necessarily being nice. She was lording over her little sister, and her little sister wasn't taking it. But, you know what I mean? There's ways of communication. Shannon, I'm kind of glad she's tough. She's definitely my kitten. No way, Wolf Dude. A bee just landed on me. Right on, Blue. Calling Miss Heidi Starlight for a group hug. I am late in the chat, so if anybody's popping in that has not been here before, I'm catching up. I'm not ignoring anybody. I just, I go with the flow of the chat and how I'm rambling at the time. Shannon says, Candy, I've been doing a lot of that too, and my animals help keep me grounded. They sleep with me, they eat with me, they go outside together, and they keep me grounded. Exactly. And the harmony, I named the stream Harmony, the harmony that you have with your animals is freaking real, right? First of all, they're coming to you, Shannon. You're not like, oh, I want this, I want that, and I'm going to go get it. They're coming to you. And second, the harmony that you guys have as a family, right? You got dogs, you got rats, they play together, and now you got a cat that has joined in, and, you know, the cat could have hurt the rats or eaten them by now. You know, even just last night, somebody texted me that their cat got a rat. So, you know what I mean? The instinct of the cat that hasn't already destroyed the rats is a harmony that is huge, right, Shannon? Family. Hey, Mighty Whitey, how's it going, dude? How's it going? Blue the curve. Gee, I sent you herbs you can smoke when you don't have the other available. Right on. Once I have it, I'll more like, you know, like check stuff out and kind of understand it. Thanks, Blue. Shannon, I'm a stoner all day, every day, if the gods allow. Right on. No judgment, baby girl. I know it doesn't serve me, right? And if I didn't know and I thought I could just, you know, have a vacation and get stoned all day, you know, for just a couple of days for fun, holy fuck. No, I can't. No, I can't. My body's not conceived to do that anymore. And neither is my discernment, right? When I smoke a joint, it's because it's all guards down. We not just smoke, you know what I mean, with just anybody either. It's all guards down, right? If I'm smoking. And so, yeah, lessons learned. Candy says, Shannon, right on. It comes down to responsibility, and I only want to be responsible for me at this point in time. Exactly. And thanks for writing that, Candy, because I've got people in close proximity that, you know, I don't mean to know, but I know, you know, they wanted an animal, but then now they're not taking care of it, right? So the animal's home all day, and it basically just like, you know what I mean? It's fucking sad. And, you know, I've heard, because the person talks very loud, my dog's not growing the same as his brothers and sisters. It's like, well, no fucking shit, Sherlock. Your dog doesn't get out, right? And how? If you are not ready to take on the responsibility of doing the things that a big dog needs, is why you got a big dog, right? Crazy what people choose sometimes, right? Having I got everything, and then I don't actually take care of it and invest the time. Hi, Stony Faith. Been thinking about you, sweetie. I haven't reached out or emailed. It's been like a weird kind of week where I'm thinking of people, sometimes sending you out, just my inner beacon, but not able to remember or focus to actually send out the message. Mighty Whitey, smoke signals sent, Genevieve. Ooh, you remember that movie, Smoke Signals? It's an older movie with Tantu Cardinal and a lot of just amazing actors. Shannon says, Candy, I need my fur babies. They give me so much love, and I never holler at them, and I'm very patient. I'm so thankful I have patience, because that was a hard one to learn. Yeah, I believe that as well, Shannon, that animals will come into certain people's timelines to teach them patience with an animal. Because if you can't be patient with an animal, how can you be patient with a human? But then again, one of the things I've been saying for months now, on and off sometimes, is like, guess what? Rescue dogs get treated better than humans, right? People will adopt a dog knowing I have to be careful. This dog has a history, but then they're not as careful with humans, right? So when you meet a new friend or new lover and all that stuff, and you tell them what your life path is, and then they don't actually, take a note of that, of, oh, wow, if I yell at her, she's already traumatized from being yelled at, right? And they won't do to the dog, but they'll do to the humans, right? They'll take into account the responsibility of knowing I have a rescue dog. I have to be careful with this dog, but then not as careful with actual humans. That blows my mind sometimes. I understand that, sometimes people are hard to get along with, or hard to have any respect or honor for. But if you're treating animals better than humans, and you know what I mean? Like, to what point are we rewriting scripts or helping humanity? Blue says it's the reptile mind when they do that, G. Like, we fight or fly, they bite or jump. You may have twitched and it startled him, so he held your twitching. Yeah, it's completely possible. I know that there's a part of me that sometimes believes that I have that Bo, my cat, is there to keep me out of dream time and the astrals, right? So how he'll wake me up randomly, and how, I'm sorry, it doesn't always feel good, right? So, but that even if I want to go back to sleep, he is my guard, right, to keep me awake, if that makes any sense. Shannon says, I have that giant cage I keep the dogs in as a condominium, and I put her cage and I'm keeping her up with her. She's dewormed and unwild. Mighty Whitey, thank you, sweetie. Resonating good vibes from California. Blue says, if a dog wants to chase you, don't run, sit. Dogs can't chase what doesn't run. I never have run from a dog, but what I'm talking about is if I'm lying on the beach tanning and a dog just all of a sudden is on me, right? That kind of thing. It's not something that's common, but it happens, right? People let their dogs loose, say that my dog's fine, and then no, your dog's not actually trained, it's not fine, and it's jumping all over everybody. Shannon, a few days ago, she had an accident in one of the rooms, and I do not like cleaning up poo. And that's one thing I will not stand for. And I got her a litter box, and she's happy in the cage. I bring her out several times a day for snuggles, then she goes right back in the cage. Chakra Bunny, my daughter has ballet tap. I gotta run. See you, Jen. Love you too. Sorry, I'm so late in the chat, guys. But if I speed up and, accelerate to catch the chat, then I'm going to be at the end of the chat with nothing to say, per se. So just keep chatting the way you want, and I'll catch up when I can. Shannon says, she tore up my hands pretty good. That gives me an excuse not to do the dishes. Mr. Hugh, heavy energy today, Jen. Hope you're well. I'm doing good. I feel grounded within the heaviness that's everywhere, but I feel grounded. I feel safe. I feel just like, boom, good. Shannon, she reminds me of a Chihuahua I had a few years ago. I had to put him down because he was so mean. And it's like, look who's back. Could it be? She bit me in the same exact spot that he bit me. Tell me that's not weird. It's completely possible, honey. Completely. Especially, it's your instinct that would know the most, right? But yeah, definitely. Definitely. Blue says, Shannon, Mew started in a large dog kennel too for her safety and ours, and now she runs around as part of the Furry 5. Thanks for sharing that, Blue. Yeah. Easy digging. Hey, dude, how's it going? Thanks for coming in. I'm gonna blue ya. That means you can share your stuff if you want, and you can find other people by pressing on their channel. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Blue says, every time she gets you, you gotta yell, ow, like a cat screech, and refuse to give her your hand and treats. Then she learns to check if you're all right. Shannon says, feeling blue. Ascension is hard. Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart. That's definitely sure. Imagine what it would be like, Shannon, to not even understand why there's certain things passing through, though, right? Imagine that feeling for how, at least when we can gather and then we tell each other what we're feeling, and then we can put a link to, okay, I'm not the only one feeling certain things today. Imagine how it's like for the collective in general. We are the collective, right? We're not apart from it. But imagine what it's like for the parts of the collective that like have no clue, and not only have no clue, but they don't want to hear anything else, right? So you could hand them like information or guidance or love on a silver platter, and they're still gonna fucking like shoot you down. Blue, thank you. Yes, some humans should focus on self rather than thinking animals equals less lonely. Care for yourself, then mother will ask you to care for them. Yep. Yep. And the only reason I would ever bring that up is because I'm witnessing, right? I'm witness to people who are not doing their own inner work, completely bypassing certain things, and then they're not even 144% focused on that animal. It was just a band-aid decorative, and you know what I mean? So now you got a human who's bypassing, acting certain ways with an animal that's not even fully being given the attention or love that they need and deserve, right? Shannon, very true. My youngest son was a biter, and I bit the fuck out of him, and he never bit again. Exactly. It's one solid bite. It can never be done out of anger, right? It's not out of anger. It is out of showing. So, you know, it has to be one solid, that's it. And if it's done in anger, then that's where the loops continue, right? Blue says, I use my lips over my teeth first. If that doesn't work, the kitten is feral. I go for the top of the ear and let them know the ouch. Exactly. Beatrix, hi sweetie, thanks for coming in. Hey y'all, it rained this morning. Now it's sunny and gorgeous. Fall weather rocks. Heck yeah, baby, I love it. Must be weird to not be like 115 degrees. How's your day going other than that, sweetie? Blue says, G, 100%. They get the lesson from the universe through us in a mirrored action. Blue says, Creatrix, I just ordered the sweets today that hubby ordered on solstice. I can't wait to get them on after my bath. But G's on, so priorities. Roar, thank you. Yeah, Shannon. I do have a family, and you create your own heaven. Hey, SS. How's it going, Saturnian Sun? Hello, Jen, and all good family. Hey, dude. How's your week going? I just realized I broke a nail. I think yeah. How's your day going, dude? What's Florida energy like today, dude? I don't know how many times I said dude, but hey, dude. Right on, Blue says, yeah, G, those herbs and a few others that I can recommend are 100% legal to grow and use, and some of them actually grow wild. Right on. Beatrix, we create our own reality. Make it good. Yes. Shannon, my kids are grown and I'm all alone. I'm a stoner to the bone. Okay, I gotta check my comments. It's gonna fuck everything up, but my comments are coming in weird, and I just reset something. And if I am late in the chat, and if I'm missing comments, I do not mean to. This being said, I made a video earlier today. Within an hour, it had 41 hits. One place was telling me there was 15 comments. Another place was telling me there was 10, and only one showed up. and then a second. So I made that video today specifically knowing that it was going to generate positive, love-filled comments, and almost none of them are showing up for me. Okay, not in my normal feed, not on my normal notifications, and not even in my YouTube studios. So, you know what I mean? The blocking, the stuff that not showing up. If you've emailed people or texted people and you're not getting a response, sometimes stop automatically taking it personally, thinking this person is not answering me, and just confirm, validate before you crank yourself up of thinking that somebody's ignoring you right now. That's super important, right? I work tech support, and it was shocking to me how people think that you text somebody or you email and somebody gets it automatically, and how it can actually fuck up people's businesses or personal lives. And it's like, you cannot depend or think, right? Have you ever been in the same room, 5 people, and just do the thing? Text each other in a room, 5 people, and see if it all comes in at the same time, because it doesn't always. It really doesn't. Okay, Stony, have a beautiful day. See you later, alligator. Shannon, I want to be buried in a pine box filled with weed. I try to have love in my heart always, and I give my dogs lots of snuggles because I know they will be human in their life, past life, and they will be in love with the tall blonde hair girls. You're funny. Saturnian Sun, my dog is a good mirror of me. Lots of the same mannerisms. Yeah, I noticed that by not having a dog, but having a community that has many dogs, dog walkers, the mannerisms of the dogs and how the flow. Oh, yeah, I see it. Shannon, the other day I was thinking, I'm like Snow White. The animals really do just come to me out of nowhere. I love all God's creatures. I have telepathy and with the cattle dog, and we actually communicate. I love that little fucker. I love you, sweetie. Yep, I get it. Blue says, Shannon, I want to be cremated in lavender and ganja as the kindling. I'm just catching up to you, Blue Bamboo Soldier. How's everything going? You remember Smoke Signals? Boom, right on. I don't know if you're still here. Yeah. There's a couple like lines from it that they were my go-to, and it's like I stopped saying them, so it's like or maybe I say them automatically, but I can't remember what movie it was from, right? There's some expressions that I use in my life that I didn't even realize where they were from. One example, SS, I hope you're still here. A couple of years ago, you had shared something with What About Bob, the movie with Bill Murray and Richard Dreyfuss. And it was like, oh my God, when he says, I'm sailing, it's like, oh my God, that's where I got that. I use that all the time, right? And it's like, I forgot that I snagged it from that movie back in the day. Stony says, Genevieve, you've been in my heart and my mind. I'm always here in your lives. I had to be silent a few times, but I'm here. I'll see you later. I'm sad. Something way heavy on me and I'm alone. Much love. Yeah, a lot of people, guys, if you haven't already noticed, a lot of people who make vids or do stuff are not coming up. They're not showing up right now. A lot of people who have a lot of conversation usually are not as well, right? Hold space in your heart. Reach out to the people that you know. There's a lot of talk about I love you, family, brother, sister, but who the heck do you have solid foundations with, right? Who do you check in to make sure? If you haven't seen comments by somebody in a few days, go check in, right?
I have the urge to want to redo my room. Like move my bed.
I would support that urge and help you, and
Okay.
you need to get the laundry all in the thing.
So I'm gonna tell you what I want. What I'm gonna do. How it's like that, I'm gonna put like the end here. So it'll be facing this way. And then
In the middle kind of thing?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So no wall on one side, just in the middle.
Yep.
That's a cool idea. Totally different. I love it. You go, Lococo. I will help you. if you need it. Candy had a phone call, just got back, and hearing G talk about the codependent aspect, and I agree. Roar,
There's
thank
gonna be
you.
some stuff here
Yeah.
for now.
Yes, take all the space you need there for real, honey. Yeah, there is. It is. You know what I mean? Driving but listening. Right on, Bam. Thank you so much,
I
dude.
just want to see if I'm gonna have to move the shelf.
Blue says the way to help them recognize everything they do is play the I win game. So you let them win to open the door.
Do you think I'm gonna have to move the shelf?
I don't think so, no. But you might want to restructure what's on it in a different way once you. Blue says, yes, G. Hubby and I are getting signs that our pup is coming soon. Me and Lily aren't getting the signs per se, but we are, you know what I mean, in the anticipation of when our timeline comes in for her dog and my rooster, right?
And your
For me,
hedgehog.
it's a rooster. And a hedgehog, but I can wait. I can wait another whatever amount of years for a hedgehog, and it's, you know what I mean? It's the rooster. Thank you, Blue. I love how we all wait for G to catch up. No beings left behind. Yeah, and if ever you guys see that somebody new comes in and you could just write out, you know, say, this is just how she rolls. She's late in the chat. She's not ignoring you personally. You know what I mean? Just, it's how my streams are. I talk with what's off the comments, but then I can flow sometimes and, you know, whatever is meant to come out of me, right? Oh, see, I'm all caught up now. I had no clue I was even caught up. I thought I had to scroll more. It's going to be perfect because now I've been on for 51 minutes. I need to take a break because I've been yapping all that time. I need to move. And
That's why. Oh, my Bluetooth is off.
Okay. I need to check my spaghetti sauce because now that I'm caught up, that's what happens because there's nothing else for me to read right this second. But I have to go check my spaghetti sauce. I know that it needs spice adjustment and maybe even just I'll be back as fast as I can. How about I put some music on for you guys? A little bit of music box therapy. Swear this boss is heavier than a fucking toddler.
I was wondering why it was slippery.
Yeah, be careful.
It's my camera.
Take your time picking up the
That smells so good. It looks
See my my cape? I didn't put it on because, you know, who wears a cape? I don't wear it, but I got it. Okay, stir it up. Yes, Bam. I swear the it's a big like a roasting pan this big, and like, right? Like seriously, it's heavier than a toddler. It's mostly vegetables. Like yeah, there's meat in it. Like it's a full on like spaghetti sauce with like everything. But like the ratio like of veg that I use is huge. So yeah, and it's a super big one because I want to make like a big lasagna, freeze portions so that, you know, just lasagna is not something that I, you know, it's so simple, but exactly, it's simple to freeze either too. And just spaghetti is one of my go-tos. It's like I haven't had a sauce since June. It just was so hot in the summer. We don't have air conditioning and we don't even have fans. So I haven't made a sauce all summer. So it's like, just craving that. Blue, ballerina sink. Do the ballerina spin with my finger on my head. Emoji King, take naps, give in to the fatigue for a quicker recovery. It's the best we can do. Hot, cold showers, miraculous. Boom. Thank you, Emoji King. Taking naps, give in to the fatigue. It is a quicker recovery. Feeling a certain way and the sleepiness is there. Even 15 minutes makes for a faster recovery. It helps so much. Right? There was a day last week where I literally text somebody out of the blue and I was like, how the fuck are you functioning in this energy with everything that you're doing? Right? It was not a joke. Yeah, well, that person didn't, you know, wasn't up all night and all evening. When done the day of work, boom, crash, right? But yeah. Blue Incredibles, no capes. No capes. Yeah, that's from a t-shirt I bought for $3 at a, like, I don't know, whatever store. It's like a gray t-shirt. I wore it last year a few times. I don't tend to wear it, but it's just gray with USA, and then there's literally a cape on it. And I was like, who the fuck buys this shit? Me. For $3. Come on. It's like a treasure hunt or a bargain store. I don't know. I can't remember what it's actually even called. But it's mostly stuff that comes from Macy's in America, right? We don't have Macy's in Canada, and if we do in Toronto and stuff, I'm not aware. So yeah, it's like we get the tail end of stuff from America. Blue says, I dance naturally to meditate, emoji.
Stop playing without the leaves.
Yeah. Literal spilt milk, Trace B? I love you. I've been cleaning up spilled milk. Literal spilled milk? Oh my gosh. Emoji King, yes. Picking up other people's shit in that space between awake and not. Yeah, big time. Ground, push away. Don't consent to what's not yours. Helps a lot. Right? It's a lot of it is just the mind over matter. It's there. I can't say it enough. The truth of everything is in plain sight. So it doesn't matter who's thinking what, where across the world, it's all there. Right? So, and everybody's coming online differently, different ways. So, oh my gosh. Blue says you're multitasking. Just chatted with hubby. Right on. Blue said they can't attach if I'm spinning. True that. Yeah. I have to stop spinning to let them. Yeah. Yep. Oh, nice. Swan. First, well, the first card up today was card number 12. We are the 21st, so the 12 backwards, or flipped, whatever. Liberté, which is liberty. First card up. And then the second card up is card 20, Swan. I can't help but notice that she's got, what's that even called? That her eyes are covered. And I would use this card as like eyes are covered because of blind faith, knowing that you don't have to see the future in order to have faith and trust in it. I don't see her, eyes being covered as her hiding anything or trying to bypass anything. I see it more like some of us are in a path of such blind faith and surrender that for me this resonates because I understand what it's like. I don't know. I can't plan the path before me, right? So it's blind faith in myself, in my higher guidance, in all of it. 20, Swan, beauty. Beauty is all around us if we care to observe it. The natural world provides so much of it. Exactly. However, beauty is highly subjective. Love yourself first and know yourself. Look for beauty in all situations. Ask and your questions will be answered. That's really important. Ask and you shall receive. We've been taught, we've been programmed since childhood, don't ask for too much. And the universe needs for us to ask for everything. So how when we were little, we got told like to be quiet because we were annoying because we were asking so many questions. And so it was drummed out of us. The more that we asked, the more that we were told that's enough, right? I mean, please put your hands up and say, no, I grew up in the perfect environment where every time I was talking and every time I asked questions, everybody just wanted to answer and listen. But the universe is always listening. The universe is especially listening when you wish it wasn't, right? When you say bad things, think bad stuff, and you think it's not a big deal. Well, the universe recognizes that sometimes even more than when you think you're being intentional because you spend half or 3/4 of your day being sarcastic, unintentional, using words as if they're just garbage. You can just, right? How humans think. When you put your garbage to the curb, do you actually think it just disappears? Like, do you know what actually happens to the garbage in your own community, right? Because once you know what happens to the garbage in your own community, it's like a wide open, like, shock of, wow, this is not how I thought it was going to be, right? It's shocking around Canada, the dump sites that are still operating a certain way, whereas in another province, that shit don't fly. It's completely illegal, right? How? The burning, just all of it. So yeah, the universe needs for us to ask all the time. Really the way your mind should be, instead of the monkey thoughts, is either in constant gratitude or in constant asking or in constant receiving mode, right? When those three things are balanced, of the gratitude, the asking, and then the listening, because a lot of people ask for sign everywhere, sign, oh sweet baby Jesus, and please send me a sign, but then they don't listen. They don't actually follow the sign, right? Block the flow. You know what I'm saying? They don't want the answer that they got, right? I'm guilty of this like big time. I don't want that fucking answer I got, so I'm gonna ask for another sign. Well, the answer is still the same, right? It's not what I want to hear that the universe will answer. It's what I need to hear. I can lie to myself all the time. The universe ain't lying to me, right? You know what I'm saying? The magic. Swan magic is pure and graceful. It's perfect to use for... I'm not reading that. I'm just going to keep it at Swan magic is pure and graceful. Have a good afternoon, evening, SS. Stay strong. Blue, if ever I pull up and say, get in, we have something to do, don't waste time, I slow down to pick you up. I fully resonate with that. Trace, the truck dream, right? When you dreamed and coming up the truck and me was so happy. Yeah. Yep. I get it. Believe me. And in a way, that's where we're at as well, right? I don't know how to flow that. It'll come out of me a different way. I don't know how to flow what I was going to say. SS, everyone thinks they're awake. The level is at what at what level is the question. Exactly. Everyone thinks they're awake. At what level is the question. Indeed, people who watch the news and inform themselves really think they're educated right now, right? People who trust the science don't care if you give them a million, opportunities to have the true information. They're trusting what they hear on the news. They're trusting what they hear certain people say, and it doesn't matter who else will say what, right? But they still think they're awake right now, and they are at their level, right? They are, but at their level. We're in a paradigm right now where the collective has chosen a timeline that I knew could come in. I've been speaking about it for years, but I didn't think that people would choose this, right? Where it's the children and it's the youth that will be the cavalry of what needs to be shown. Adults don't want to admit, right? I'm going to give a straight up example. My father never got a flu vaccine in his fucking life. My father was not afraid to die before, but now he is. That's it. Whatever the circumstance of why, but now he is. Last year, after his second or third, I think it was the second dose, about a month after, he was sick. First of all, I live in the bush. I don't need a COVID test. He didn't want to know if he had it or not. But he didn't question why all of a sudden he got sick, even if he was saying all fucking day long, 3 or 4 days in a row that we were there, I never get sick. I don't understand why this is happening. Still, with the knowing that he's never put a vaccine in his body for the flu, and then all of a sudden he's gotten 2 shots within 6 months, still would not consider the fact of, well, maybe this vaccine made me sick. Because then it's like, if I hadn't have got it, I would be sicker. Is some people's mentality. But damn, Dad, you didn't get sick before, right? How my ex, they said back in the day, like this is why I started researching vaccines years and years ago, because my ex at work, it wasn't forced, but it was highly suggested, so everybody just did it, got the flu vaccine. But as soon as he would come home, within 24 hours, he had symptoms of different things. But I had been with him already 3 to 5 years before he ever got a flu shot, and I was saying, you never have had this before. It's the shot giving you this. And, well, no, I need this. If I didn't have the shot, then I'd be way sicker. But you didn't get sick before you got, you know what I mean? Anyways, I'm going to leave it at that, because those of us that know sis, I don't like to go off, but I'm not going to ignore certain facts and not give concrete examples of certain things, right? Trace, yes, milk everywhere. Oh, gosh. Old milk I took out of the fridge to pour out, and I forgot. And then I left home for several days, and I came home to the busted up jug of sour milk. Been there, done that, bought a fucking t-shirt, baby girl. Oh my god, yeah. It's one thing to be picking up spilled milk. It's a whole other one when it's sour. They say not to cry, but you gotta use something on your nose sometimes. I literally will make myself, well, not make, I'll literally puke when certain things like smell too much, right? Or when it hits me a certain way. I'll be right in the middle of cleaning it, and then all of a sudden I'm gagging. And anyways, let's not get into that too much. But you know what I'm saying. Candy says, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Trace. I know that's unpleasant." Yes, Blue, the unconditional faith. Yeah. Yeah. Trace says, I know, right, son? I closed the kitchen door yesterday, but I finally went in today. Hugh, but it was not too bad. Yeah, I've I've done cleaning where it's not our messes, my messes or my children's messes, and you know what I mean? Like there's places that I've cleaned where it's like how the fuck did people live here? And then they moved, and then when I walk in, 2 hours after everybody's gone or the next morning, when I open the fridge, it's like, how did you have food? How did people have food in here for how bad it smelled? Right? I can see myself in one timeline saying to my boss, like, are you fucking sure? Like, that you want me using all the fucking chemicals in this fridge that it needs to actually be revived? Because I was like, it's a lot. It's not the fact of the work. It's just like, holy shit, if you have a spare fridge, this one should be, right? I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the smell out. And all the products that I had to use to get the fucking smell out. But then telling them, like, I'm sorry if I moved in somewhere and, the fridge smell like for my challenge was to use all the products that I used, but then that the fridge didn't actually smell like the fucking products that I used, right? Holy shit. When I say I cleaned up other people's messes and I can shovel shit, oh yeah, right? Whoa. Blue says, Trace, it would have been cheese. Before I went in to clean it, sour milk is a nope. 100% nope. Emoji dogs. Your dogs are needy right now? Is that what you mean? Yeah, thanks. I don't know if that's what you meant, but I actually saw a post on IG today about, like, hello, the energies are here. The cat's been like that all day. He wants to get out. There's no actual reason. It's actually stormy. And we don't let him out here, right? The neighborhood is not, just no. And he's been like this all day long. He's just, yeah. Oh yeah, that's today, Candy. I remember you said that the other day. I think it was Monday or Sunday. I can't remember. Candy, I took my van to the automotive shop today. He was calling to let me know he hasn't had a chance to look at it, but I need it by Saturday a.m. and I'm thanking the universe for handling it. Right on. Blue, do you smell that smell? Eee, the smell. Blue says the youngest just watched a shadow walk down the hallway, beginning to see energy. Shadow is seen first. No fear. You see the being. Exactly. Yeah. Yep. I really resonate with that. I completely, yep. Blue says, Trace, that smell isn't fear. Blue says, yeah, Trace, I don't have fear because I've been dealing with the shadows since I was a child. Yeah. Yeah, once I understood what I was seeing, it's like zero, right, of anything. And I don't have the timelines, the life path of like entities and demons and stuff like that. I can be beside somebody who sees their demons and it's like, yeah, no. And it's not that I don't see them, but it's like I know that it's not about me. It's about who needs that, right? Trace, but that sour smell, milk smells fear. Slam the door shut and psych the self to go in on it. Yeah. Blue says, nothing to fear. Just wait for them to show themselves. Honestly, the sun sees, but only our shadow until we let it in. Yeah. Yeah, I asked a random question in a random live stream earlier. Does anybody else see the plasma? And it was like crickets. Nobody even answered. And it's like, planting seeds around here, right? If you think, that's the thing is that, I don't know, hypothetically, and anybody answer, do you think it's possible that some people just will survive in this reality but never see or feel or have telepathy or, see through the veils? Because that doesn't make sense to me. So it's like, this is where the rude awakening of people who know what disclosure is. It's like, it shocks me. How can people believe that they and the powers that be manipulate the weather, do chemtrails and stuff like that, but that the perception of the mind is not open enough to understand? Yeah, we've known this for a long time. There are people who have actually spent their whole lives harnessing certain timelines to make sure we're not in another timeline and transmuting the energies. So why is it so hard to believe in other things, right? Element benders being one of them, right? I've been trying to plant seeds, trying to make some contact and communication about that with certain people, and it's like, crickets, no answer. And I understand the way that I reach out is different, right? I don't like sugarcoat it, and I just ask a question. You're either ready to answer me or not. But the open mind of, if you believe in the fear timeline, well, at some point, harnessing we are the healers. We are the alchemists. We are the ones we've been waiting for, right? It's not anything outside of us. It's us. The sun is out. I gotta go check. I think there could be a rainbow. Okay. Yeah. Now you can see the stuff that you... Awesome. No rainbow, but the sun's out. Blue says, when we don't fear a shadow, it lets us in and we solve their pain and our own. Exactly. Hey, Super Dave 45. Hello to all blessed people. Hey, Super Dave 45. How's it going, dude? Blue says, yeah, the kiddo saw it, not me, and I just smiled and said, yep. Yep. Blue, immunity, unite self, light body with flesh, then unite with others. Trace B, traveling to Texas tomorrow for O's birthday party Saturday. I'm so freaking excited to go. That's awesome, honey. I'm so happy for you guys. And you're so brave. Thank God you did the fridge before you left, right? Because otherwise, oh my gosh. Yeah, I gagged and I held my breath. And then mouth breath too. Yeah, I get it. Believe me. I'm still catching up with the chatty. Blue says, Trace, do something for me. Grab a balloon and make your hair stand on end for the little ones all around you. Blue says, spilled milk, only mask I wear, and it's lined with something more powerful than the bitter stench. Trace says, I sure will do that. I have a red or a blue balloon. Blue says, red balloon, please, Trace. I'll see it as purple. Trace says, worse than that. Smell? I don't know how to read that. Hey, Dawn Morning. Thumbs up, sweet Genevieve. Thank you, sweetie. How's your week going? Blue, Bo says hello. He wants to trigger Tigger, maybe some distractions for him. I don't know. He's not really playful. He doesn't really do certain things. I don't know. He's in your room now? Good.
Yeah, he's just exploring. Because this is some of the I can't see.
Super Dave specifies, this is my second channel, Candy. I do videos every day, hoping to grow my 45 channel. Yeah, sweetie. It'll grow. Blue says this, when the shadows, they come to us for loving, light, unconditional. Exactly. Exactly. Don't fear the shadows. Trace B, I only saw Ugly Dirty once, forever ago. Since then, it's beautiful what I see. I don't know if I've ever really I wouldn't know how to describe how my protection is and what my, in this lifetime. Trace says, actually, I've been against something for almost a year, and it was something new that I never even knew before. Exactly. And it knows not to come back around here. I am that powerful. Yes, baby girl, you are. Yep. We are. Once we know, right? Everything needs consent. Whether, you know what I mean? It does. Everything needs consent.
I can't really get out of here, and I don't want to rest it. Can you get the spray thing, not Windex, but like the spray thing, and a paper towel?
Yeah, I'll
Maybe
give you
just
the
a
whole
whole
roll
roll
so
so I
that you can. Yeah, everything needs consent, right? If we don't consent to certain things, it can't be the same. I don't even know if that makes sense, but no way, you found more fake bananas, Dawn? Trace B, I got more bananas at the Goodwill today. I thought of you. Right on. Blue says, yes. As we let the sun into our hearts, the shadows lets us into theirs. Shadows can be other humans, and then they'll know our light in the now or later. Yep. Blue says, Dawn, those bananas brings a smile to my grill. That's funny. Card number 31. The hare. Hare as in rabbit. But this card portrays a lady with very long hair as well. $31. 3 and 1 is 4. 4 is the door. Hare. Cycles. Follow the cycles of nature and you will rarely be disappointed, as energy travels in cycles. Exactly. It's humans who chose to do things in temperatures that make no fucking sense. It's humans who think that they can create a big city and have cars and do stuff the same way every single day, all year round. And there's a reason humans decided that, because the people who decided that knows that rat race that we're in, because you have to do something, is what keeps, the collective in the shit show of the fucking chains of the whole thing, right? Seek balance. There's a time and a season for everything. Plants cannot blossom all the time, so be patient. Some things grow. It's like, if you look at your trees, I live in Northeast Ontario. It gets to minus 40 here, guys. And it'll say sustained at minus 20 for, you know, sometimes months at a time. We don't get, you know what I mean? It doesn't crack and go down more. There's still, when you look at the trees and you nose your trees, the buds are coming in before the sun and you know, March and April hit. There's an evolution to the trees within even the winter time, right? You found some awesome Halloween decorations to resell today as well, Dawn? Right on. Blue, I saw that in your fire coals you posted, G. A hair. Hair, hires, silky, corn. Hair. Yep. You really want the bananas? The shit is bananas. Gives her email. Right on. You guys figure out how to get those bananas to Mississippi. Blue, Trace, I mean, says, me and Blue talked about hair and corn yesterday. Cool. Today's the day I made corn. That's funny. Okay, my nail, I'm picking at my nail because I broke it. I gotta go cut it. Trace, I got 1% on this phone. I'm gonna grab the tablet. It's not under this account, but it's me. Okay. I completely get it. Thanks for coming back in. Higher arc, A-R-K, yeah, A-R-C-H-A-R-K. You're at 10%, Dawn? You remind me I should just turn my brilliance down a bit to save my battery. Yeah, it was cool. Got a little fire in last night. Yeah. I didn't make any vids or like I shared some personal stuff, you know what I mean, like to Annie who just came in and whatever, but I didn't make any vids or anything for us all type of thing. Just at the end when I was alone by the fire, I was like, damn, the embers are beautiful, and people who understand, you know, to look through at what the messages are, you know, maybe some people will resonate with this vid. So I shared the embers a bit. And you wrote Arch. The song is one of my favorite songs ever by the Ballroom Thieves, Archers. That's one of my favorite songs. Ballroom Thieves or Canada Gold by Gold. I don't even think they've been played on the radio yet, right? They're just a band that I've known for a long time and me loves them. First time I heard the first song I ever heard from them was Bees, Ballroom Thieves, Bees, B-E-E-S, Bees. And the song had only one line played, and it was already on repeat, and I was already crying because just the words and the thing, right? I'm gonna leave it at that. If anybody's guided, go listen to it. But yeah. Card 17, Infinite Blessings. Thanks for coming in, Annie. Good day, ladies and gents. Good day back to you. Hello, Frock. How's it going? Nausea dude, not quite sure how to say hello except for how are you doing, right? Sorry. Not quite sure how to. I welcome you in just like I would always, but I'm not quite sure how to say more than that, right? 17, Infinite Blessings. Open your heart and your reality to the immeasurable gifts from nature. Loving energy is surrounding you. Love from the highest level is being showered into you in your life. Count your blessings and remember that love is all around you. Tesla, love is all around. Notice the miracles and blessings as they show up in unexpected ways, but at the most auspicious times. Your life might not be exactly as you anticipated, but be sure to look for your miracles. Same for us, Dawn. Gets cooler tomorrow, mid-40s, 5C tomorrow, fire. Yeah, they're saying around 3C. I'm thinking frost for not tonight, but tomorrow. We'll see what actually happens, but that's where we're at. Good, Dawn. Dawn morning. I got big blessing this week. Very grateful. I had huge nature blessings this week. And other ones as well, but the nature ones stand out. Hey SS, guess who's back? Back again. Now I got M&M in my head, and I'm making spaghetti, and now the mom's spaghetti line is coming up inside of me because it smells like spaghetti sauce everywhere right now. It smells so good. It's hard to not think it's ready to eat, but it's not. Candy. Love is higher than a mountain, deeper than a river. You are my only dream. Yes, that's just in time for the cards. And you left when I pulled the swan. I'll just show you really quick what else came up. So you left just as the swan came up. The hare, as in rabbit, but spelled H-A-R-E, with the lady with the long hair. Talking about cycles, right? Follow the cycles of nature is what the card message was. Then the last one is as you just came in, infinite blessings, card 17, 1 and 7. And whatever is coming up next with the Oracle of 7 deck. It's funny because you write, she has an emerald heart, G, and like right here, like it's boom, it's right here, like towards my heart space. I always keep my, it's not real, I always keep this right in front of me when I stream. So it's like right level to my heart. SS, yeah, it's been tough making my own way, but I'm happy. Roar. Yeah, that's beautiful, dude. This, you mean? It looks like the same one you got? You got one of these too? It's just a glass trinket, but to me, it's very powerful. This, I would say this is one of my most powerful tools of the energy. It's just glass. It's not plastic, it's glass. But it doesn't matter. It's not about it being real and worth anything. It's about the power of the color, the shape of it. It's about how it feels when you whip this out in front of some little kids or even adults and you say, here, take it in your hand and make a wish, how it can blow people's minds, right? Pretty cool.
He found his new spot.
Awesome.
Behind only temporarily. Just behind the bed where my bed is now. The mattress.
Awesome. Well, SS, you come in and the elephants come in too. So that's pretty cool. Card number 22. The elephants. Double. Tender embrace, compassion, warm-hearted care for self and others, sensitivity and empathy, benevolence and kindness. Put your hand on your heart and breathe deeply. Inhaling a sense of gratitude. Now, how do you feel? Keep doing this. Keep tuning into the world around you, others you know, and even those you don't know. Can you feel compassion for them? Compassion is an emotion of tenderness and sensitivity. It's the feeling of benevolence and reverence as you stand witness to the suffering in this world. Now is the time to reduce the pain. Focus on compassion in all areas of life. Today, do something deliberately kind for another. Even just looking a stranger in the eye and smiling makes a world of difference. I stand by that. I know because I've done it, and I know because people do it for me all the time, right? One of my biggest lifelines still, like, it's been years, is to just go for a coffee and get some smiles, right? The question asks are, where do I need to be kinder and gentler? How can I serve, and in what capacity can I be in alignment with the solution to the suffering of the world? Exactly. It's not about being angry about what others are or are not doing. What can we do? What can I do? Right? If you spend all your time in service to others, it's easy to forget about your own needs. When you accept yourself, you can bring more loving energy to others. Today, make a commitment to practice self-compassion. Release yourself from the burdens of perfectionism. Allow yourself the grace to be human. And then you do the same for others.
Do you think it's good like that, or should it move a little bit like that? You know? Maybe a little bit.
You realize that, is there a plug on that side?
There's there, there.
Well, no matter what, I don't want your bed touching too close. I think that's perfect, because if you go closer that way, you need room to open the door and stuff. And your nightstand table or whatever it's called is going to go on right there in the corner.
Give me my nightstand table to just compare it, because I'm like right beside it. So I'm gonna put it up here. Thank you.
Let me know if you need anything else. I think that's good that way. Ellie's rearranging her room. Okay, today make a commitment to practice self-compassion. Release yourself from the burdens of perfectionism. Allow yourself the grace to be human. And then you allow the same for others. That's it, eh? It's so important. It's not your job to tell others how to express themselves, even if you don't like the way they behave. Today, just be kind for no reason and watch miracles arrive. Hey, Fiona. Oh my gosh, how's your week, sweetie? I'm gonna say, baby girl, it's very hard to not be thinking about you all the time, considering your name is like, the biggest weather thing since sliced bread, right? I'm thinking, holy shit, are they gonna, you know how El Nino took over? And even in French Canada, there was songs written about El Nino. Maybe they'll start writing Fiona songs about, because of the winds and stuff. Whew. And I say this, I think it was 2 years ago. Could it be a year and a half? I don't remember, but when Genevieve came through, there was Hurricane Genevieve or whatever it was, whatever she was, right? Because they love to name. But yeah, when Genevieve came through, I was feeling it like big time, right? It's what's in a name, the syllables, but the energy, right? SS, mine is stone, and I showed it years ago. Right on. Blue says, oh gee, I'm giggling because I can't wait for you to open the package. I haven't gone to check the tracking to see if I could know where it's at. And I do know, like, it goes to my P.O. box, and I need for the woman who brings it to me to bring it to me. So I'm stoked and wondering, like, what the date, what date, what time, when is it going to be, right? And how Trace received hers, but she waited till the next morning to open it. And depending on what my energy's like and what time it gets dropped off at, right? Because I don't have control. I can't get in a car and go get it at my PO box anymore. So it's like I'm curious to see. And I know that no matter what, it doesn't matter how excited I am, I want to be in the energy of the exchange of it when I open it, right? It's not an Amazon. This is not an Amazon package. It's not the same thing. Really, Dawn? Right on. When I came upon this one, there was the choice of every other color. They even had little kits that were only $10. It was cheaper to buy the kit than to buy the whole stone. But it was in June of 2019 when I had gotten rid of everything, sold everything, and we were leaving 2 or 3 days later, for camping and traveling. So I was like, okay, I just got rid of stuff that I've accumulated since childhood, my adulthood. I'm not going to start buying stuff today. And so I chose the one color, or the one color chose me, right? And you can have as many as you want, as many as are there, but you choose or get guided to the one, right? Yeah, Blue. I love that. Was that the elephant song? Sharon Lewis and Bram. I used to do Skinnamarink Dink metal style for the kids. I got sick because I worked in childcare, right, before. And so, certain child songs, it was like, okay, now I got my children. I'm going to do this stuff my way. And so I would like, Skinnamarink Dink Dink, Skinnamarink Do. Especially with Sammy, I think that's maybe why he turned out to be like harder rock than the others, but Skinnamarink Dink Dink, Skinnamarink Do. Oh, I love you. I love you. Right? I would do that with Sammy. And other kids' song, kind of mock them up, change the beat a little bit. You know what I mean? Little Wing, you came in at the same time as holding it up. Green is my favorite color too. Hey everyone. Right on. Blue. Oh, yes, SS. That'd be awesome. I'm going to have to find my stone and show it soon. That'd be cool, dude. Little Wing 6 was 9. I sat here chilling with cheese and toast and the little fat biffer. I don't know if I said that right. Yeah, you like my cape, eh? You remember the cape, Trace B? Little Wing 6 was 9. Slipping through time frames, G. I got whiplash here now. Speaking of, today's 369 day, eh? We're the 21st, adds to 3, the 9th month, 6 with the 222, 2022, added up, 369 day today, the last one of September. The last one of September, and I'm trying to think, there is no other ones. Is there any other ones this year even? I don't know. I'd have to check. I had done the numbers before, but I'm not one to document and look back and, you know what I mean? I do it and then I'll see it later. Dawn, I did that at a thrift store. I was super kind to dad and daughter. Let them go ahead of me. Waiting behind them, I actually found a bonus treasure. Yeah, that's beautiful. Trace. Oh, really? Rawr. I have Blue's incense burning now. Oh my gosh. It's coming, it's coming. Blue says, the wind can be careful with that element, can kiss your cheeks with that warm breeze or blow you down to your knees. Oh, heck yeah. I got a scratch on my leg. I don't know how. Yeah, I'm not really big or tall. So I have to, when there's certain gusts, when gusts are above 50, I have to tuck in a little bit. Like I can't just stand straight with baggy clothes because I get blown over. You want me to put it on? talking about that. Lily's rearranging her whole room, so it's like, yeah, I'll help. SS, Hurricane Gary came through, but now I'm rebuilding. Blue, it's in between currently, G. I checked this morning.
Okay, yeah, I need a break.
Trace, I'm about to take my treasures to my booth. Right on. Really, SS, you found yours? It looks just like that. You found it on the ground. Roar, that's even better. I love it. Personally, especially because I used to put crystals in my bra, which I don't really wear bras the same way anymore, so I don't trust crystals to be in that area the same way anymore. But so I've lost many a boob rock or just boob crystals, or you know what I mean, or just other ways. And I always wonder, like, to what point, like, you know, how long and who could find them, and to what point the energy. My lapis, which I loved, which came from Arizona, I somehow brought to the laundromat once, and you know, it just got washed with my stuff, and you know what I mean. So it's like sometimes crystals are just, or you know, or treasures that we have even are meant for somebody else to find, right? And how it might feel to lose something, but when you're the one to find it. Speaking of that, not this time, but a couple times ago, we were in a taxi, and in the back, I was taking the groceries out of the back of the van because it was a van taxi, and on top of something else, just under my stuff, was a ring. And I looked at it, and it was like, whoa. And so I brought it to the cab driver. I was like, I don't even know if this is worth anything, like, or if it could be like important, you know, because sometimes a ring isn't worth shit. It's not worth nothing. Don't worth nothing. But it's worth something in the heart, right? Whether it's a child or an adult, it doesn't, like this, right? It's not worth anything money wise, but it's a totem, it's a tool. It's like, I love it, right? And he looked at me, and I was like, well, like, again, I don't know if it's worth anything, but he just looked at me in that, like, I can't believe you just gave this to me, like, you know. And I was like, well, of course, you guys, it's your company. Well, it's your guys' company. If somebody's like missing it, right, to you, they're gonna go. If it is worth something, then you guys figure it out, not me, right? Like, I felt bad that the ring was there. Like, automatically there was something. And again, I didn't even take the time to look to see if it had anything on it. I can't even remember what it looked like. I knew right away to give it to him, and right, whatever the rest, I'm never gonna know the story, but it stood out that it was important. Sounds weird, but Trace, I've never had a flea market booth, but I do now. I do have a booth at the mini mall. I've been there 9 years. How are you liking the flea market? Is it one of your first times, honey, or are you enjoying it? Dawn says, do you eBay, Trace? I did a flea market booth 4 years. Trace says, no patience for eBay and Etsy, etc. Rawr. Thanks for saying that, Trace, because people say that I should go sell stuff on that, and it's like, I'm not guided to it. It's not even about patience. It's just like, oh, I'm so glad the service is there for everybody else, but it's like, I'm not guided to it, right? If ever I am, then I'll know. My heart will light up and I'll be doing it, but it's just no. Just like the way sometimes people will be like, you should make short vids and go on TikTok, but it's like, I'm not here to do what, just because it works to be found, that's not what I'm here for, right? I was thinking about that this morning, how, like, spiritual community wise, like, everything's a cookie cutter version of itself on some level, and it's like, we're not all here to do the same thing. Really? Ooh, it's in the Neva Neva, says Blue. It's literally in the UPS and Canada Post and the Ether. Huh. Cool. Yeah. There's a part of me too, Blue, because you know what I mean? I'm glad it's going to go to Calendar Bay first, because that's right. I can't go and drive my ley lines anymore for my, what I was guided before. So I'm glad it's going to touch that before it gets here, right? I don't know if that makes sense. And that it's going to come to me from there to here in the hands of someone personal. It's someone personal who's going to hand me the package. I feel that's special as well. Dawn says, my apartment was 5 minutes from a flea market. Now I'm 30 minutes from the nearest town. eBay only here now. Little Wing 619 says, I love that, Trace. Pop-up shops and market stalls. Dawn says, it's nice, Trace. I miss being able to sell less than $5 item at my booth. Yeah. I keep getting right here in this patch, and I'm saying it out loud because it's just too surreal. Right here, this patch. I even had Lily look yesterday. Is there something on me? Because the energy right here fluctuates a lot in the last 24 hours. And she confirmed, like, there's nothing there. And I was like, I know, but are you sure? Just because it's, like, so... SS, are really no more flea markets in my towns or neighboring. It's all online now. Yeah. Fuck. I think that's one of the... yeah. It's harder to find things certain ways when you don't have access to that. Right? But hey. Blue, your local flea market stopped too? Because of the COVID timelines, right? Things changed and just haven't gotten back. Because that's what we need, right? Is the little things that are simple, not far, that don't cost a lot, where you can exchange, right? Candy, I have to make a video of all my stones and crystals, etc. Roar, that would be cool in itself, Candy. You don't even have to talk, right? Put a song in or just music or something in the background so that nothing is heard of your background and show stuff. That's a cool way to start a channel, honey. Yes, Blue. Crystals find their own home where they're needed most. Rocks roll. Yes. Dawn says, the 3 thrift stores in my small college town. I'm lucky to have great inventory. Old people and college kids, plenty to donate. Yeah, I'm in a college university town as well. I get it. Trace says, Dawn, when I first opened, I had a kiosk booth in our big mall. Trace's Treasures. It was mostly jewelry and handbags. Right on, Trace. Blue says, a $4 mood ring is priceless to me because hubby bought it for me. It's Flutterbees, and they always turn purple and blue. Exactly. You know what I'm saying, right? It's the same way, like, a person can invest thousands of dollars to give a wedding ring or an engagement ring, and the essence of it will never be there like the trinket that was gifted before, right? It's not about the value. It's about the feeling. I'm obviously going to be right back. I'm being heralded. Hey, Kimba. How's everything going, sweetie? Okay, scrolling up to catch up to the chat to where I was. Dawn, I managed a jewelry store in the malls from 1998 to 2010. I'm glad to be away from all that people now. Yeah, but while you were doing it, did you love it, Dawn? You know what I mean? The feeling of all that, like just the energy of true jewelry, right? I'm not a connoisseur of true jewelry at all. The stuff that I had that was actually worth anything, I've gifted over time, right? The gold chains that I have, I prefer silver to gold. So I've been gifted gold. So at some point, I've flipped that and given it to other people. And this being said, I don't have anything that's actually really pure silver. It's all just fake ass stuff. But exactly, SS. Some things you just can't even have a price put on it. It's too valuable. Trace, I opened a store, changed the name to Miss Priss. Roar, that's cute. See, that would attract my attention. That double I, right? Mississippi, Miss Priss, right there. The double S's would attract my attention. I love it. Trace, I was there for 13 years and then I changed the name to Uptown Girl. Roar, love it. Thanks for sharing that, Trace. John, I love to send things that were headed to landfills across the nation to someone who will enjoy it. It's not about making the money. Yeah. One of the cool things about the communities that I live in is that people will, if they don't want to bother to bring it to a thrift shop, they will put it at the side of the road. And so at least making it available to someone to just grab, right? Walking or go back and go back with a car and go get that stuff, right? For real. Blue says exactly SS. The day he bought that move ring, he never carries cash, and he happened to have the exact amount when he saw me looking at it. And he asked if he would ever wear it, if I got it for me, and it's one of the few pieces that I cherish. Blue says your cup's going to be full of some seriously positive energy when it gets there at precisely the right moment. Yeah, Annie, the crown chakra, it's crazy. It's crazy. I want to stop using that expression because it's not. It's magically beautiful. Little Wing says, Trace, have you ever thought of expanding at Uptown Girl? I don't know why there's a shadow that happened right there. It's a beautiful building. You could reserve a corner for serving coffee and cake, etc. Roar. Really, SS? Are you kidding me? It started it's been not quite 24 hours. It started yesterday. SS, I hit my hand on the way out of the shed last night at the exact same spot. Does it hurt? Because sometimes, right, was it enough impact? Did you bleed? Because holy shit, like seriously, me not even joking, I get phantom pains and stuff from other people, right? And Tom, Juice from the Sky, it's Tommy that validated this. I knew it, but I never knew it until 2019 when I had made a video and I said, I don't know. And I explained what I was feeling and I explained like details of stuff. And basically I was having a flashback of an accident he had and the feeling of what I was feeling was what had happened to him. And he knew from the details of what I said. I was like, I've been in an accident and it's like I was scraped along the fucking asphalt. And it's like all day there's like pebbles being taken out of me. There's pieces coming out of me because when I scraped, the impact and how much, right? How much stuff and how it felt, right? All that day, how it felt, the fucked up feeling of having a pain that's not from anything I've ever had in my lifetime, not knowing exactly where it's coming from. And Tommy was blessed enough to validate. And it took him, like, I think it was 24 hours, where, like, it was the day or the 2 days after, where he's like, I was going through my stuff. When I saw your vid, I knew it was me you were feeling, but I'm sorry it's taken me 2 days to tell you. It's me, right? And it's like, when he validated what I said matched so many things, like, it was too, right, in sync, in flow, to be, neither of us was making this shit up, right? And so that's why, like, me not means to be a little baby when I say, like, it's hard, I feel the energy, right? But I feel it, I do. I'm not pretending, and it's like a warning. If you guys don't feel certain things a certain way, well, that's beautiful. But the day that you start to fucking have flashbacks of somebody else's accident, or dream of somebody, you know what I mean? Like, I'm 50 years old, and this is like 50 years, right? The things, the people that I'm connected to, that I've met in the last 3 years, and I still haven't met them all yet, right? I was having a conversation with somebody who's a veteran once, and he was like, you don't want to hear my stories, Jen. You wouldn't be able to handle them. I was like, why? I've dreamed about them. Okay, it wasn't me that was in Afghanistan, but I've dreamed about it. I'm the one holding the space. So having the validation of who it was that I'm actually dreaming of is like a monumental thing. When you are in somebody else's nightmares as they're in it, when you're in 9/11, but you're not even there and you've never even been to New York, and then you realize who you were holding space for all these fucking years, and more than one person, it's fucking huge, guys, right? We are one. We are one. We are one. That's real. It's not just. And, you know, some of us long-haired fucking freaky people who felt it all our life, that are the ones that are called, like, we're this and we're that. And it's like, all of a sudden, you're going to start dreaming or feeling stuff, or realizing you've been dreaming it and feeling it all along, your whole life, too, but you put it aside. You drank like a fucking fish. You was a functional fucking alcoholic for all your life. So, yeah, was there, but then you fucking blocked it all. But I didn't, right? Not all of us took the timeline of blocking it all. We lived it all. We really did. You know what I mean? We're still living it now, amplified even more. Because every time the energies get higher and the collective comes online more stronger, we feel it even more, because we amp up how we are too, right? So, whoa, guys, seriously. The thing about disclosure is, people think disclosure is about, you know, finding out that there's chemtrails or that this and that. It's like, no, disclosure is the fact that, fuck, people have been feeling everything all along, because we are one. It's not just words. You don't get to pick and choose who, when, where, how. We feel everything. So when you come online and you start to feel everything, and you realize, like, holy shit, my whole life I've treated people like shit. Laughed at people, bullied them, told people they should be, like, in a mental institution because they feel stuff, but they weren't lying. We was feeling it, right? We are not too sensitive. When you buckle in and become sensitive, and then you'll realize, wow, I spent my whole life telling people you're too sensitive, you're this emotion and that emotion, and now you have to live it, or you don't, because your free will makes it that you can't stay here if you don't choose to live your emotions. If you don't choose to feel, you can't stay in this paradigm anymore. It's just not physically possible. Right? Nature is not taking life. People's free will choice is, I don't want to feel this. I don't want to be here. I want to face my pain of this lifetime and other ones. I'm going to start all over again. And they're going to be born into our families. And we're going to love them unconditionally. So this time, they're not going to be born as walking wounded, being told, stop crying. No, you can't have this. No, you can't do that. The children being born to people or in communities of people who allow them to feel. Right? Blue says, your horn is sending a signal, G. I thought you knew or would have said something. Yeah, I know it's my horn. I can't hear what the signal is right now, Blue. Blue says he gave it in a precious moment, and that's why the energy is precious. Yeah. Little Wing 609, is that Apollo Cred's shorts? You thought something was backing up? Okay, SS. Candy. I thought my neighbor's microwave was going off. Eye of the tiger for sure. SS. See so many things in Florida sky, so clear. Swear I seen a cloned ship the other night. Roommate witnessed it, thought it was an angel. Yep. It's all there. It's all there. Yep. It is. It's all there in plain sight. And what someone will see as a ship and call it a ship, someone else will call it an angel. We won't use the same words because it's words. It's beyond words. What we're seeing and trying to label it, trying to prove it, trying to say, I see this, and this is what everybody else has to see, is like, no, that's not how it's ever going to work, right? That's the thing. And again, people wishing for ships to land and make contact. Well, hello, who the fuck in your own life are you nice to and do you have relationships with that are pure, good, sacred? Because you think that you're going to get more when you can't even fucking have friends and make people feel safe in reality? You really think a multidimensional being is going to feel safe with you? Right? Like, there's steps to certain things. And besides, we are the fucking star seed. So if you can't be nice to us, do you think you're going to get more coming down for you? We're already here. Are we being treated good? Right? Some people have land ready. Ships come and land. I'm ready. Hello? Where are the people? You know how many people are close to homeless or homeless right now? But they don't want fucking humans on their land. They fucking don't like people. They want the fucking ships. How the fuck is a ship going to come down and land on your land and you're going to be friends with them? You think you're going to get along? You think you can even see? The ships are already here. Everything's already here. Right? Everything's already here. Giants aren't gone and they're going to reappear. It's all here. All of it. Everything. Right? You used to tap dance, Fiona? That's so cool. An ice cream van sound triggers you, Fiona? Not good? Please says Fiona, I sold our ice cream truck. His music is offensive. The entertainer. And the history behind it. And this summer, new sounds, carnival tunes. Blue says, SS, when you see the ship, you see no others. SS, I always go back to the yard sales at the end for the best deals. Blue says, not scary or creepy, exciting, like Exit Point. It bled a little bit when you had the impact, but not hurt. Hi, Anita. Thinking about you, sweetie. How's everything? Hey, everyone. I'm glad I caught you live today, G. Yeah, me too. Miss you, sweetie. Miss you, feel you, but just in this energy, right? This type of way. Blue says, same, G. I take on physical symptoms of those needing my focus, hocus pocus. I forget what movie it was back. I think it was in the 80s or 90s. You know, just we take it in. So we will get certain symptoms of certain things pass through as we transmute, right? SS, Jen is so empathetic, psychic. Yeah, I don't even know if that's the right words, but yeah, it is. It is so surreal for sure. Blue says many think themselves as a droplet of the ocean, but they fail to see that they are the ocean. Blue, I'm a lion, no lion. Yeah, Anita, of course you do. You have blue goldfish there for real, SS? Yes, SS. It's just how much we realize we're all connected. Yep. Yep. But it's the we are all connected, and it's always been, and it will always be. And one of the people who, again, showed me that the most, Brian Barnett, Milky Way, right? Little Wayne, go and watch the sun this evening. Be balanced and be happy. Blue says, gee, when you don't hear the song, I don't know what you, I don't know if that's a spelling mistake or is that AI? Ask what you are sending. I don't know what you mean by that comment. Really, Dawn? Morning. I had to get on my laptop. The phone said no more. Right on. Thanks for coming back. Boom. Goat sink. Blue. Mountain goat. Guardian of the land at the edge of Poseidon. Blue said, yeah, like G said, different terms. Exactly. And that's why it's like we could talk about stuff forever, but we're using words and the words don't actually exist. Humans made them up, and then we have a connotation of what that actually means, but it's more than words. So that's why when we can listen to other people and hear with our eyes what they're saying because of their energy, because of what they're trying to convey instead of what they're actually saying as words, right? How you know that somebody really saw something because they're trying to describe it with words, but the energy, the exchange, the open heart when somebody's sharing something and how that feels, right? Does that make sense? Trace, Little Wayne, yes, I do. I did make that plan in the loft. Uptown Cafe, serve tea cakes and coffee. Baby tea cakes with bacon sprinkles. Trace B. SS, yes, we are the star seeds. Yep, we are. And imagine, you know what I mean? The knowing that there are people who identify, I hate to use that word, but who know what we are. We know what we are. We know. But people would rather still wait for something up above than to treat what's right in front of you saying this is, you know what I mean? And I don't even know if it makes sense, but nothing makes sense to me of how humans treat others. They wish for something, someone else is right in front of them, but that's not good enough, right? Trey says it will be at another place though, Little Wing. I'm moving to Texas soon. I will keep local booths here and work them when I come home. That's beautiful, Trace.
You want some bread and feta, not feta, brie.
You're not opening that brie, honey. We're keeping it for another day. I told you yesterday.
There's not any more of the other one left?
No, honey. If you would just have like a light snack, like there's the dip, there's grapes, and there's the dip already with the veg, like, and don't like snarf up too much. Within like an hour or so, I'll make supper. So just to have a good, this is like your appetizer. The sauce is in there, and be careful because it's juicy. When you lift up the lid, it's juicy.
Thank you. Yeah, I didn't think you used it all, so.
I'm glad for you. You're able to make your choices and you know where you're aligned, Trace. That's beautiful. Blue says yes, and there'll be the one ship outside the ship. Sloopy, I don't know, Sloop John B. Hang on, Sloopy. That's what comes up when I see those words. We have a delusion in the abyss, the darkness. The ship's about to fire up. Never lifts beings behind them. Still cry. I don't know how to say that word. Yeah, Sloopy. Hang on, Sloopy by the McCoys. That's a lifelong song for me, for real. The syncs of that song, of the just stuff from that song. I don't want to talk about it here, but it's a sing song for me since a child. Trace, exactly. The ship is in several places, at several pieces, several places too at times. Then it coalesces. Exactly, Trace. And that's the thing, is that if I had the skill set of being a documenter and an actual sky watcher who edits and can look at things over and over, well, it's very easy to see that the same things are replicated all over the world all the time. There's nothing original showing up in different ways. It's the same fucking skies, just different places and placed differently in the skies. And then when the energies shift, and then when I say there's nothing original, then more will come through. But you know what I mean? Half of the things that people think they're looking up in the sky is us. So we are here, but we are above, sending as well, right? Because time is, not what people think it is. So everything's happening past, present, and future, and we're sending. It's us. So for myself, I've been saying it for years, and it's like nobody's really per se listening except for the ones who know sis. Half the people who are looking up at their sky thinking certain things, it's like, bitch, that's me. Dude, bruh, you think you see, you think you know, that's me. That's me. It's fucking me. That's the sync of the flow of me. That cloud, or whatever you want to call it, or however you see it that day, is me. Me sent it, right? So how people analyze and think they see stuff and know stuff, you could tell somebody, but me sent you that, and right? Hey Modib, dude, thanks for coming in. How's everything going? Roar. Thanks for being here. Blue says, Trace, the seed packet I sent you, that's the company I want to order seeds to feed humans. That's awesome, Dawn. I'm excited to go through Halloween things I got today. Several bags full of goodies. Saturnians, she did the snap, did I? Do you mean me? Trace says, I'm going to call you about each thing if that's okay, Blue. Yes, I know it's okay. Yeah, I'm going to want most likely and I'll write down, like, even if just, yeah. Blue says, yeah, Trace, text first, hubby due home soon. Yeah, always text first. Yeah, me miss him too. Me miss him, but he's right here with us, right? For real, like, he is. Anita, I can't stay. My right eye is so red and swollen at the moment. It's stinging just to look at the screen. I really wanted to make it today. Sending so much love. I love you, sweetie. Yeah, a lot of eye activations and stuff. You can see the cloaked ones sometimes too. Yeah. SS, it says ignited. The first time I seen one cloaked. For myself, I've often tried to plant the seeds or just ask the direct question to sky watchers especially, but anybody. Have you seen the battles in the sky? Have you seen the battles in the sky? And I've written this out or texted or emailed and tried to have a conversation about this, and it's like most people either don't know what I'm talking about, or they think I'm talking about something that comes from Star Wars and is like, and it's like, I asked a simple question, yes or no. Have you seen the battles in the sky? And most people still won't even answer yes or no, because it's like they're grasping at something. But no, yes or no. Have you fucking seen the battles in the sky? Right? Well, I have. right? I have access to that. Me gnosis. So me gnosis how protected we are, and me gnosis how, what the flow. Like why certain things are happening, right? I'm gonna leave it at that. Blue says that SS, that's how I teach to see energy. I look for the energy disruption like they did see in the Predator and the Halloween movies. Blue says that was a huge typo G, the horn thing, but when we don't hear a message but feel it tingling, we are sending. I'm not sure what you mean the way that it's written again though. Blue says, Anita, my sweats, I'm waiting to wear our cloak brand, Sync. Dawn says, just as you said open heart, I'm cleaning a open-hearted wall shelf, roar. So cool. Thanks for saying it. I love when, right, the flow, how we're streaming or listening to somebody stream and how the flow. Thanks for saying it, Dawn. SS, agree. I know who I am. Others, who do I recognize? Exactly. And that's why sometimes people can say that they are this or they are that, but it's like, okay, why don't you recognize me? Why don't you recognize me? Right? Okay, sometimes we're not at the same timelines. But then again, I'm not at the same timelines of many people across the world, but I can still see who they are, their gifts for inside. I can see if they're a blueprinter, if they've been here since ever and a day. I can see if they're like a new soul that's kind of fresher and hasn't been around as much. Did you know there's actually people saying that, I'm traumatized from my past lives? And it's like, bitch, you don't have a past life. You're such a new soul. You're hanging on to the programs of stuff, listening to so much spiritual things that you think you have the same stuff that others are going through, but you're in the program of the spiritual hijacking because you didn't have. You're a fresh new soul. You're different. You're not the same as everybody else. But you're confused because you're listening to people talk a certain way instead of listening to your own heart space. If that makes any sense at all, right? Some people talk about like energy and stuff and they don't even realize that, it's not about knowing. You don't have to know that there's golden children, rainbow children, indigo children, for example. But damn, if you can't see the energy of kids, how they're different, that's it. You don't have to be able to label things to know it, right? Does that make sense? But yeah. There's people who it's like, it doesn't matter. They can have like thousands of fucking subs and they can pretend of me, but it's like, damn, me knows. When you're a blueprinter and you're a woman in embodiment, you don't discredit and take away when you see your people. If you've been here since fucking forever, then you're so fucking happy to find somebody that you've known since forever. And to not be recognized by people who act or think that they are at a certain embodiment is like, wow. Right? That's why you got light workers sometimes or people saying like the false light. It's like, hello, we're all in this together, but there's like this hierarchy. This isn't real. Thanks for coming in, Kat. Kita. I don't know why I said cat. Kita May, I just wanted to stop by and say thank you. I love you. Thanks for being in me and them's life. I send you all the love blessings your way. You're an angel and shall be reminded. Thank you. I resonate with that because yes, angels recognize angels, right? Starseeds recognize starseeds. You're not just shouting from the rooftop that you're one. You're recognizing your brethren. You're recognizing the kin of your DNA since the beginning of time. It's not about me, myself, and I. It's about us. I have no idea what a royalty cake is, Trace B. Says, Blue, I always wanted to serve royalty cakes from the kitchen back door since I'm on Royal Road. I don't even know what that is. I'll have to check it out. And I might know from back when I watch like food TV and like about just different restaurants and stuff in the States, but I can't remember. Bananas Foster is what comes up in my head. I see royalty. I have no clue what that is or can't remember, but Bananas Foster comes up inside of me. You're right. Boom. SS says hard lessons, but learn them well. And Blue says hard lessons, more like never forgotten lessons. Lessons lightens. SS, 2 ways to learn: by our own or by others. Yes. And although SS, I'm a stubborn little shit and I will fucking do it my way, even if I faceplant like a million fucking times. I also am very good at living vicariously through others and what they have lived, to not choose a timeline. For real. Right? So I can go back to my childhood. Spoke to Annie D about this yesterday, how reading Go Ask Alice shaped me. It shaped me to know I'm gonna fucking do drugs. Oh yeah, I am. But I'm never gonna go towards excess. And every single time that I started to like something a little too much, or whoa, okay, then I would either stop, completely stop and never do it again, depending on what it was, or slow it down so much. James Douglas Morrison, his lifetime taught me, I don't want to be a fucking hippie and a fucking, a open platter for everybody. I don't want to share myself, right? Because of the life he lived, his wantonness, his having so many loves, so much sexuality in his lifetime made it. I know I don't want that in my lifetime, right? I know. In high school, when people would be living certain things of relationships when they were really young, it was like, no, I saw the timeline they chose and I was like, no, I am not gonna choose those timelines. So as stubborn as I can be, and you can't tell me what to do, you can live your life or say something, and I will actually live vicariously of, yeah, I choosing to learn from another person, whether it be like big, like I said, books, having read books or seen a movie or something, or little things of life paths, right? For real. Gonna go do research, Dawn? Right on. Thanks for being with us. I appreciate you, sweetie. Thanks for your input and participating. It's nice. Blue says Trace G is two packages, one for Baby Bear. Thank you, Dawn Morning. I appreciate you. Merci. Blue says 100% SS reflection or looking in. We can learn from both. Yeah. SS Blue, a cap with a cap child. Yeah. Trace says, oh yeah, I want those bananas. Candy, you're going to get going too. I'm going to go. Maybe lay down. Thank you so much. Yes, blessings to all and a happy autumn equinox. Yeah. Annie and I had talked about maybe doing a small teams meeting tomorrow, but we never confirmed it. I'm going with the flow of the energies and stuff, and we'll see what's meant to happen. Depending on what my energy is like tomorrow, I might like be completely not showing up, or we'll see. I'm going on. Always go with the flow of what's best at the time. 23 likes, right on, Trace. Thanks for telling me. I can't see it. I do want to confirm to anybody who's here that I made a video today, and I haven't checked anything like in hours, but the video that I uploaded today within an hour had 41 views that's visible. One place says there's 13 comments, another place there was 10, and only 2 actual comments showed up. There's no comments in my YouTube live, in my YouTube studios, and there's no comments anywhere for me visible except for Gunnar Silevi and Bravery. So maybe they'll pop up somewhere at some time, and I'm not attaching to it, but I do want to put it out there that I don't have, people wrote comments, I can't see them. They're not appearing, except for the 2 that I just said, Gunnar Silevi and Bravery. Those showed up. And, I'm taking it for what it is, but I really do need to say that I chose to make that video specifically saying I'm going to focus on something different today, because I come in when I'm feeling woe is me in order to share. If anybody else feels this way, well, somebody said it. If I can help one other person. But I did that video today knowing, like, okay, Jen, literally shift perspective, focus on something else. So I came in with gratitude, thanking. And now, instead of, when I make those other videos, you go back and look at some of my vulnerable videos. There's like 30, 40, 50, 60 comments sometimes for all the energy exchange. So my intent today was to have an energy exchange of putting out very big gratitude, very big thank you, so that the comments could roll with love. And that didn't work, right? It's not, they're not showing up. This being said, all of a sudden they could start showing up. Who knows, right? I don't get attached. It's not about calling YouTube this or they or that. Shit, maybe it's just bots writing comments. Who knows, right? It doesn't matter. But I am putting it out there, just that that has happened. I'll see within the next, if I make other videos, if I'm noticing that, the flow of comments isn't there. But I'm just putting it out there. Again, whenever you write a comment anywhere, please know that it's not assured that whoever made the video, the live stream, is actually going to see it. And if they respond, you might not ever know unless you actually go back into those videos too, right? So how, when there's a separation between people, when you want somebody to know something, reach out, right? Don't just assume things. You know what I'm saying? Blue says, I say keep going. Freya chooses the tired, worn out warrior that's continuing, even though it would like easier to throw hands to the rest of the world, but keeps going. SS, I see differences and sames both in same people. Trace B, the revivalists, keep going. Blue, I'll still use false light to describe those faking it and taking our revelations about the work, our visions, and then use them as their own. Yeah. I don't have attachments to the things, right? It's like, I already know that if we're all of, a certain timeline, we're all getting the same downloads. We're just getting different words. We all get our downloads differently. There's nothing to attach about having a revelation, because other people are having the same ones, just different. No one is one. There's not one Messiah going to know everything. Everyone is being downloaded different stuff different ways. Some people actually choose to share it, and some people don't, right? Some people think that I'm the chosen one, and it's like, no, we all are. It smells amazing. My mouth is watering from the spaghetti sauce that's cooked now. Yes, Trace, it's about us. It is. It's about everyone, SS, right on, yep. Even the animals. Especially the animals. Because you know what? This is the funniest thing ever, though. Think about it. Humans think that animals need us. They don't. Not even cats or dogs. Right? Just because we've domesticated cats and dogs doesn't mean they actually need us. We need them. They are an energy source for us, of, you know, unconditional love, of clearing the energy, oh, so many things. Animals don't need us. The earth, Gaia, Mama, does not need us. For how smart and intelligent the humans think they are, the universe does not need us per se on some level. You know what I mean? Animals will survive even if we're not around. The earth will definitely fucking survive if we're not around. The earth will definitely not survive if people don't realize we are one. And, you know, it's us. Service to others and everyone. It's not about how can I get this and that. It's about how can we make this and that happen for everyone. Trace, good point, honey. I don't know how any are able to fake for so long. And then you say, well, yes, I do, but I don't. I don't. And the only way I can wrap my brain around that people can fake for so long is, you know, I can't even. I can't. Why? I'm gonna use a label of mental health issues. That's just a label, right? Disease doesn't even exist. It's all just labels because people didn't love their bodies and didn't love themselves enough and created disease inside in order to focus on what self. So no, I don't know how people fake it for so long. But then they don't know they're faking, I guess, too, eh? They don't know. It's like somebody who says to you that they love you and they treat you like a piece of shit and they verbally abuse you. They still think they love you. They really do. They really fucking do. They think that's what love is. Right? I was told by my own family, it doesn't matter if I want unconditional love. That's not what I'm going to get. I'm going to get what they want to give me. If they want to judge me and give me their opinions, that's their right. Okay, it's your right. You're right. But I don't have to fucking ever listen to you again. Just because I have a certain last name, that's it. I don't. So you're right. Your version of love is what you believe, but I don't ever have to participate in it ever again. Right? That's the thing. Everybody's right on some level of where they're at, but that doesn't mean everybody else is going to, you know, partake of that timeline. Blue says, Trace, it's because they're numb, cold, blind, but they want to be good. They'll be good there eventually. Yeah, they'll get it. They'll get it, or they just won't even be able to sustain the energy. It's, you know, it is. It's just that black and white. It's a duck or it's not a duck. You either choose love or you don't. And if you're not flipping into the version of love, and just because you choose love doesn't mean you're like, you know, love still has, you know, it's about, I don't even have the words. Eventually, you all why. Blue says, yeah, some are waiting for that final flash or moment. Yep. I've had the event. I've had my a grand solar flash. So, you know what I mean? I already had a grand solar flash. Whether the whole other world, whether everybody else lives it or not, I already had one. Right? I already had certain things. You know? So, yeah. I would. If I could be the magical fairy that says, boof, the whole world is safe and happy and it doesn't matter that everybody doesn't have to learn their lessons, I'll take it. I'll learn it all for everybody. Look, I would do it. You know what I mean? But that's not how it works. People have to come into themselves. Otherwise, it doesn't sustain, right? Blue, I see those on one train or boat or another. We're all at the party on the platform. No hate. It serves nobody. Exactly. Blue says, we had our train ticket before we came here, just like Cain had a mark on his heart before Abel was born. Good one. Yeah, I've had my train ticket forever. Oh, shit. Are you gone, Neil? Neil came to say hi. I can't stay. I'm a pretty sick boy. Take care. Aw. The other night you were on Matrix Man stream, and I kept on saying, is that Neo? Is that my dude? Is that Neo? Because I had never seen you live stream, and then nobody was answering, or somebody was answering, but the way they were answering is like I couldn't, like, hello? Is this, you know what I mean? I love you guys. Yeah. Blue says, Neo, be well. We are on influence until we aren't. Bonjour, Creatrix Inc. I do whatever I love. Howdy all. Hi, Genevieve. How's everything going, sweetie? How's your week? Right on. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe the comments will all show up. Maybe it's just 41 in an hour. That's a lot, right? If you look at all my vids, some of my vids aren't even gathering. As soon as I'm talking on the screen, most people will look just to kind of curiosity, even if they don't watch the whole thing. And when I make those kind of vids, they generate comments. So me knows that, you know what I mean? Me knows people comment. And that being said, it is what it is. But I'm not going to not say that it's not happening. Yeah, Blue says, by see it, I mean, I'll see it in my stream or my waters. Yeah. Oh, baby. Shit, Neo. When are you going to know? You can't just think that. That's a big deal, dude. Neo's Garden says, Blue, it's not the flu, but thank you. Some internal bleeding making me very sick. Prayers, sweetie. Prayers and healing. And Neo's in Washington, just to direct the energy a certain way. Neo does have a channel if you want to go take a look. Just to be able to... Bonjour! Oh my gosh. He's going to moderate you, make you blue right away. Hey, Medusa was framed. How are you? Thanks for being here. Oh my gosh. Love these words. No one is chosen. Fuck that. We're all getting this flow through our filters uniquely. Exactly. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. That's it. That's it. And I guess it's the ego that wants to feel like I am the chosen one, because it's like, damn, I don't want to be the only one. Right? Me don't want to be the only fucking one. Oh my God, right? Can we all be chosen so we can share the load? I don't want to be the only one. Fuck. Most of the people who call themselves chosen and Jesus and certain things ain't showed up in fucking years, or they're like, you know, they're not calling themselves that anymore, right? Oh, Blue. We can think of it as we're all attached to a cord in space. By pulling each other, we all get there. Yeah. Blue says, we need their love. Animals, nothing with each other and respect. However, a mother will care for a young until they're meant to go, to be. Exactly. I feel the same way for humans. I feel that humans think that they're children of their own, and then for their whole lifetime that you're going to have like this and that, and like it's going to be in the movies, and it's like, no, if we would stop with the programs and we allow, you know, if we made a child with someone, and instead of like having a destructive 5 years of separation and anger, and let them go, let them flow towards who's meant to be for them, so that there's, you know, kindness, right? All of it, attaching, and that's just it. I'm not even gonna get out now. Exactly, Medusa. They won't even be able to sustain. They will implode. A cancer cell under the rifle frequency blast. Exactly. And so that's why we can, you know, talk about or analyze or judge or be fucking about the vaccines, but the souls need a way to exit, and that's one of them, right? Blue, they're TNT charged and ready to fertilize, mom, and recycle. Medusa's friend, you know what I mean, eh? Oh, I have too. When I received a flash, I thought I was having a stroke and a heart attack. But I understood what it was, so I let it come. Yup. Yes. And thanks for saying that way, because, you know, spirituality, community type of people is like, they kind of sometimes make it sound like, oh, you know, everything's easy and it feels good. And when your heart chakra opens, it's actually not very pretty. It feels like a panic attack. It feels like a heart attack. It feels like you're dying, right? So that's why if you know, somebody who's access to know what's going on in certain hospitals and stuff, the amplified amounts of people going in for their hearts is because heart chakras, the heart spaces are opening everywhere. And, you know, people either deal with it a certain way or they need a certain timeline to deal with it another way, right? And why? You know, meds get pumped out. Is that the best for you, or is that going to affect different ways, right? Everybody has different timelines of what they need. Blue says, gee, hubby is home. I'm going to go focus on him in that bath now. Trace, you are after those two, and I will message you soon. Right on. Washington. So same area as where Angel Fishy is. So is Neo's Gardens. Thanks, guys. Blue says, sending love and abundance to all. May you see all your needs and clearly around you met. That's beautiful. Exactly, Medusa was framed. Jesus never called himself chosen. That's the point. Indeed, Jesus didn't walk around with a Bible, and if Jesus is here today, he'd be in a mental hospital because nobody would be fucking listening, right? And if Jesus was here today, people seem to think that he would set up interviews and, you know, be doing things a certain way and have a business and, you know, and yeah, no, right? We're here to give, to be ourselves, and to give it away. There's no chosen one, and you can use certain, you know what I mean? Just all of that. Thank you, sweetie. And that's the thing. The whole fact, anybody who can actually remember past life and stuff, it wasn't the way that the Bible says. They weren't, the word disciples, Jesus never did it alone. Right? He had a team. They were all. As much as everybody wants to spotlight Jesus in the Bible and everybody believes that, do you really think that 13 people or more were walking around and everybody was just ooh and ah and listening to fucking Jesus? Other people spoke too. So many other people, right? So many other people. Jesus couldn't have been Jesus without his people. Right? Trace, oh my god. Even has a flamingo? Yeah. Oh, you got more emojis on your tablet. Right on, Trace. Blue, it's an activation of the chrysanthemum oil and the spine kundalini activation of self-actualization. I have a flamingo just over my head. Well, in front of me. Trace, flamingo said, putting its foot down. Yeah, it makes me think of That Way video, Washington. Yes, That Way's in Washington too. Right on, Blue. Hugs till next time. Yeah, I won't be streaming much longer, Blue. I can smell, like I'm actually kind of drooling, not drooling, but salivating a bit from smelling my food. Medusa was framed. People do not often give nature for the superconductor that it is. And I'm here because I was open to what the trees gave me, taught me, kicked my ass, and downloaded shit that hurt my nervous system. Yes, thank you. It is not just, you know, rainbows and unicorns. There's a lot of physical, a lot. I was so naive that I thought in 2018, you know, I'm 50 and a half, well, 3/4. So in 2018, I thought I was done with the rewiring of my DNA and certain things. And it was like, like looking back, that I thought 2018 was done and now we're in 2022. right? Medusa was framed. Trees, water, and Sasquatch are 12D or higher. And in my experiences, trees in their fractals, silicate can control all energy flows. Yeah. 12D, eh? I never really think about that. I just see what I see, feel what I feel. Medusa was framed. Or anybody else? Did you guys, anybody ever watch the movie Pete's Dragon? So there's a scene where the dragon is right there in plain sight of everybody, but he's cloaked, and that's how I see, right? Since ever and a day, and how, right? So everybody else can be there, and how I see. And it's the only movie I've ever really seen that has BIG, Big Friendly Giant, BFG. The way he cloaks when he's in town also can be, like, it's a movie. That's not how it is, but it can be representative a little bit of how I see, right? I don't know if that makes sense, but somebody who has the eyes to see, you're like, may have your different words or analogies, but those are the only two things. And Shallow Hal, it's another movie that I'll use. How Shallow Hal, in the movie Shallow Hal, how all of a sudden he's stripped of being, he sees people for who they are. So he'll see somebody who's beautiful, but she's not so beautiful to other people, but her soul essence is. But then he'll see somebody who's like fucking so ugly to him, but everybody else thinks that person's beautiful because they don't see the soul essence. So like, I don't watch a lot of movies, and the movies I have watched in my lifetime will give me at least a little bit of analogy of how I see and perceive things, right? Trace, me too. I always say dude and go sit under a tree. Yes, I don't label anything Trace, ever. I call everything and everyone dude, especially guides and certain things. That's important to me. It's my relationship. It's my way, right? Again, I speak to God the same way I speak. I don't pretend I speak a different way here. God knows, right? Source knows. Oh, now it's 7 o'clock and I lay me down and say a prayer. Like, fuck, I've been praying all day. Everything we say all day long. Our words are precious. Our words are real. We are walk and talk and prayer rituals. Imagine how many people are just spewing out garbage all day long, and then think that at the end of the day or once on Sunday you can pray, and that's what God or source or creator or universe, whatever word you want to use, right? It's like it's like people think like, oh, if I take my search history off my device, nobody will ever know what kind of person I really am or what I really would look at. And it's like okay, it's in your aura, it's in your energy, it's like it smells now, right? That's how amplified things are, like everywhere. Things that could be hidden or that I could pretend not to see or feel before, it's like I can't. There's no free pass for not being able to, Alexander, I heard Madeleine had 12 women with her, like Jesus, Yeshua had 12 men, and the apostles and the ones from Madeleine are heard to call the 12 Magdalenes. Yes, I resonate with that, Alexander. Yep. I call that the Sisterhood of the Rose. That's my terms for it. After, this is a lifelong thing for me that nobody taught it to me, and then I do see people speaking certain ways of certain things, but yeah. Yep, exactly. Women were revered and treated, you know what I mean? We are the oracles. We are the flow. We need each other. And how, everything's been flipped and contorted, and everything's a sexual program now everywhere, even in the spiritual community. You got men who say I'm this and I'm not. It's like, bro, you still can't see past your, right? It's all, and that's why, like, the forgiveness is all these loops of repeating stuff, and it's like, anyways, Medusa was framed. The Sasquatch were singing with me today when I walked through the through the state park. Beautiful. They're everywhere. I want to share about that. They're here to protect stuff we think we own. Exactly. And how the perception of like, oh, Bigfoot came and wrecked a Cocobabada, and it's like, no, humans do that. Humans go and, you know, I was listening to somebody the other day, or I didn't even listen because, like, he was talking about, like, giants raping women, and it's like, what the fuck? Human masculine rape. Giants don't. What the fuck? Right? Sasquatch don't come and fucking hurt women. If anything, what kept me alive when I was in, like, a certain timeline of my life in the forest with somebody who had certain issues is because when he left me behind and the wind fucking, you know, stuff happened to me, I was saved, right? When the and I say this, but we've all lived different timelines and lifetimes. So within other people's journeys or certain things, if that's what happens, okay. You know what I mean? I okay, but this doesn't happen in my stuff. I don't even have the word, right? Medusa said they will evade you if you want to take pictures and post it on IG. Be there with them. Rise your egoless vibration to the effort that they make to lower theirs so we can perceive. That makes me cry almost, right? Other beings lower their vibrations to give you the chance to see when you're in a higher vibration. And what truly most people want when they see or feel something is to make sure everybody else knows it, right? But it was yours to see, and it would be yours to see forever and a day, but you want to prove it. You want to show it. You know, we already know that the first thing that a group of people want to do when they know something's theirs, they want to go look more. And then they want to capture something to, you know, investigate it. It's like the oceans. There's so much down there. There's so much up there. You know? You're welcome, Medusa was framed. I like for everybody to be on the same blue. I call it blue, and just you can press on channels and find people. People can press on channels and find you. I blew everyone passing through because you might not want to chat the next time you're here, but you can still press on everybody that's come through, right? Many people come through. They don't chat all the time. Some people don't chat for months and then say hello once. Some people you guys don't even know, and you know what I mean? Like, and I talk to them in the back. They're not a part of this, right? They're a part of us, but they're not here like this. And so when everybody's on the same, like, able to find each other, right? We already get unsubbed from channels very fast. I like to keep the line open so more people can find each other all the time. To me, that's super important. And I notice the difference. And I'm not saying other people should do it, but when I go into other streams and I can't press on channels or ask somebody for the link because nobody's blue, right? Let's say I'm somewhere and somebody's talking and they're not actually checking the chat. They're not sharing the links. You can barely press. You can't just go write Genevieve and I'll just pop up. Some people do find me that way, but it's really rare, right? The smaller channels are smaller channels for a reason. We're not, you know, we everywhere like plastered like fucking, right? So yeah, so I see the difference when I'll go into like live streams that don't have anybody that can share, or, you know, like somebody will say, oh, go see Genevieve. Well, okay, but how if they can't find me? It's not simple, right? Trace, my old neighbor, used to tell my girl not to go into the woods because Sass would get her. I would tell her, no, come on, let's go. Yes, Trace, oceans, pray for the whales, please. Yes, the whale energy stood out to me today. Medusa's giants, I know. They're like deer mostly, but they will strike down and rise a frequency fence against malintent. Yes. Yeah. Do no harm. Take no shit. It's the same for them. Medusa, don't get me started on the coastal, I don't know what the word, waters. The whole state of Florida is artisanal, and hydrogen is changing its impact on the O2, and we're seeing the effects of the earthquakes. Yep. Medusa, we don't have channels to influence, and you put that word in cap locks, yeah, or support our mortgage. We share what we're told and grace to share. Yep. Yep. I've never asked anybody like, subscribe, and share my channel. Not once. Other people will sometimes say hit the thumbs up for Jen, but I never ask for it. Never. If I'm meant to grow, I will. But it's the quality, not the quantity. It's the numbers of who's meant to hear what I gotta say and passing through and might never come back or meant to come back. I don't know. But it's not. My timeline doesn't have the availability of hanging on to matrix stuff the same way. So other very amazing people who are very of the light have the timeline of certain things still, right? But I didn't get that. I didn't choose that before. You know what I mean? And that's not what I'm living. So every single thing I do makes no fucking sense to anybody. Right? And there's no following of, because other people sell something on Etsy that I that's not what I'm here for. Right? My purpose is to be love and to give it away. And I do. And how my abundance and flows back for us to be safe financially, well, bless the ones, right? Bless the ones that share. Yeah. It's John Lennon, man. It really is. Imagine all the people sharing the world. It's so simple. People think it's hard, eh? But it's not. It's about letting go, the me, myself, and I. Right?
Okay, I'm finally done my break.
Yeah, get back to work. Otherwise, you got nowhere to sleep.
True. Well, it's so plain right now, and I'm starting to sound not bad.
No, take your time, and even if you set yourself up to be comfortable, she's rearranging her room. Harmony, yeah, Trace. I'm gonna pull 1 or 2 cards, and then I'm gonna be done. Mama Bear's gotta go make.
Why is it so cold in here? Like, when I enter the room, it's cold.
I don't know, honey.
What's really weird?
Oh, 2 dragons today. Wow, I think they're both new. By new, I mean I've only had this deck for maybe 2.5 months, 3. It's happening again, that thing right here. So Spirit is the first one, and then the Healer. We're going to start with Spirit, page 66. It is a 369 day today. Okay, Spirit, and I have to show them both together at the same time because they both came out at the same time. The purple and the green, shout out, prayers, love, energy, healing, unity to Tom, Juice from the Sky, Tom Hart. The purple and the green, can't, I always think of him when I see the 2 colors. Spirit. Spirit appears to us when we are gearing up for another steep learning curve on our spiritual path. He connects most strongly with those who have begun the work on themselves and are well and truly underway with their spiritual journey. His arrival frequently precedes those whose job it is to work for the planet and humankind. Boom. I was just saying that, right? It's not about me, myself, and I. It's about the all, blah, 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 right? What we've been talking about. This dragon spirit connects with those in particular who have embarked upon the transitional journey of deep self-healing and self-understanding, and those beginning to recognize the bigger picture within the circle of life. He reminds us that everything is interconnected. There is no separation. There is no you as I as separate beings. We are all one energy. Exactly. And this is like, again, I don't necessarily pull cards for certain, except for to amplify whatever he said during the flow, right? So I've been on for 189, 450, and this is the stuff that I've talked about today. And I talk about stuff that comes up through the chat that I am bouncing off others, right? I'm not coming in with a subject, choosing what I talk about. People come in, participate, make the timeline of this stream what it is by showing up, saying what they say, and then I bounce off that. So this stream, although I'm the face of it, is us. It's all us. If you guys, if nobody shows up and talks, I'm done. Why would I make a stream? If I want to be looked at and talk openly without being interrupted or look at anything else, I'm gonna make a vid, right? I make a video if I want to talk about something. Otherwise, my stream is, we're here. This is a round table. We're here to gather. You know what I mean? There's nobody necessarily shut out or in. It's not, closed. Earlier, somebody came in that something happened a little while ago, and it's like I said, I don't welcome in, but I don't know how to respond to you being here right now. Like, it's that person that needs to pave the way for the fact of certain other things that happen. Right? I'm sorry. I've spent 2.5 years fucking ignoring every single thing, and it doesn't matter, and it's like, no, I'm not going to pretend something didn't happen. So, some people have to have accountability sometimes, right? You can't come here and make it that I'm shaking and I don't know how to talk anymore, and then leave and come back 2 months later anymore, and I'm going to pretend nothing ever happened. I don't need to forgive you. It's already done. But there's certain ways of like, whoa, I let my guard down. I'm not going to be all of a sudden attacked saying I'm not grateful enough for certain things. And I know this is an inside thing I'm talking about, but I feel to say it because if you feel like you and I, whoever you are listening to me, that we've had things happen in the past and you don't feel comfortable anymore coming in because you and I have had stuff, whether anybody knows it or not, it's up to you on some level to come in and say back in the background, my emails, my texts, my phone, all of that, and let's figure it out. Or come in here and we'll do it all together. I don't care. But, right? I don't shut anybody out and say you can't come back here. But there are boundaries and guidelines of certain ways of, certain things. But, like, let's just say we haven't talked for 2 years, and if you're poking in here today and you're like, I know I hurt your feelings 2 years ago, Jen, it's like, okay, bruh, that was 2 years ago. Don't you be hiding yourself, right? Let's figure it out. Tribe is tribe. Just because some people get pissy, the ego comes up, we don't like each other for a while, or stuff happened, it's like in Greece. Everybody's dancing together at the end. It doesn't matter if they had riffs and rafts and this and that. We're all dancing together at the end, guys. Dude, you can't open the door, even if you try. Actually, you probably can. He reminds us that everything is interconnected. There's no separation. If he has swooped into your reading today, he says, call upon my energy to support you as you prepare for the next step of your amazing journey. You will go through a myriad of shifts and changes, self-doubt and euphoria as you embrace the next deep learning process. Yeah.
Do you know where the thing, blanket that's like gray like that is?
At the foot of my bed.
Can I use it?
Yep. You are a spiritual being in physical form, and you have the potential to live a soul-filled spiritual existence on earth. You are truly awesome and your own creator. So embrace what is to come on the next legs of your journey. If you're feeling spiritually disconnected or lost, simply overwhelmed, call on spirit to guide your way. Your job here is to watch, listen to your feelings, the sudden flashes of inspiration, and as always, the signs and symbols from the dragon clans. Although these are sent by the dragons, they can be subtle, so be aware, look out for them. Love you, Annie. I swear it's so fucking confusing, these cards, to find it for me, how my mind works, and just like, you know what I mean? No joke. And then the bottom, the way that they're, like, look, it's like, it's black and barely, like, big enough to see. Like, my eyes just can't conceive sometimes these cards how to find stuff fast. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm a green dude with a tree. Look at that one, eh? Talking about tree energy earlier. The healer. This gentle yet powerful dragon is a true guardian of all healers on earth. He connects in particular with those who work energetically. And this I had up so many different times earlier too, eh, guys? Anybody who was here then? He reminds us that although we may walk our talk, we also need to heed our own advice. We're not a bottomless pit of energy, and we need to take time out now and again. His message is, I'm the guardian of the healers. You are capable of great things on earth as a healer and as light for others. But to do this, you must burn brightly and throw light into the shadows of your world. You give a great deal to others, but you must also make time for yourself. You need to rest and recharge. Your energy tank requires refilling lest you become depleted. Meditate, rejuvenate, relax, and above all, laugh. You may love your work, but it does not define you. You also need time to be you. I can't read that, see? That just pisses me off. Sorry. I'm gonna leave it at that. When cards assume that everybody has the same, certain things, it's just yucky to me. Trace, I gotta pack my car. I told life is heavy, so pack light. You moving into RV soon? Do you have your RV yet, Trace? What do you need me to do?
Lift it up so I can have it. Thank you.
You have to give me the instructions. I didn't know what you wanted.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. I'm just like, huh? What do you want from? What do you want from me?
I'm just putting it here because that part is kind of full.
Yeah, you'll figure out what you like to.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it the same for the cat.
Oh, nice. You're so sweet. Annie, having a hook at the moment? Call me Caterpillar. It's fine, Alice. You don't sit on it on that, eh? Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, there. It's on the heater.
Annie, my little iguanas are going to hibernate. Sweet babies. I can't believe they're going to hibernate in that temperature. It blows my mind because I'm saying goodbye to my chipmunks, right? Our chipmunks, not much time left. Medusa was framed. Too many people think the healers look like pastel angels, and no, they had to heal themselves over and over from death in spite of all cast upon them. My angels would terrify most people. Exactly. And most people want the cookie cutter version of what Hollywood has felt like as well. on so many levels. Like they want the angelic form of something to appear, or they want the package to be a certain way, right? And then if the package is the way, because I got the package, but I don't talk how other people, right? I don't talk like an angel, that type of thing, right? I don't talk like the light. I don't have the certain things, right? So yeah, that's the funny part. It's, again, it's like speaking of how people would wish and want and truly believe that, you know, they could handle or be around certain energy, but they can't even be around the energy of other people who are, you know, vibrating at a certain frequency, and that we already see through the veils of what you wish you could see. We already see it. We are it. Right? Medusa was framed. When I said artisanal earlier, I was referring to spring water, the primary water that rises through the stones to the earth. Annie, I always wondered what that word meant. Yeah, it's like a home, right, Trace? You'll know when it's your baby. I don't have the RV yet, but I've looked at a couple, but they aren't for me. Yeah, and you saw, because I know you started educating yourself on all the, you know, it's a lot of upkeep, right? There's a lot of things to understand and know. So, you know, it's not about choosing the first one because you get a good deal. You have to be comfortable in the driver's seat, the passenger seat. You have to test everything. You have to sit down. Would I be you know, even if, would you be able to actually cook a meal, right? Would you be actually able to sleep? If you lay down in the bed, do you have enough room for your body, right? It's a big deal. He knows. Me and Lily have gone to look at two, and only two back before, not now in this timeline. But when I got out of the first one, I was like, holy shit, like this is like rocking, but there's too much fucking stuff for me. I need a partner. I need a sidekick. I cannot be the only fucking adult with a 7-year-old child thinking of all these things. Like, it's, no, right? No. I know my skill base. I know who and what I right? Then it's not about stepping out of comfort zones. It's about, fuck, I know me. Me knows, right?
Where did you put the pen and pencil that was like here?
It hasn't been there for a while. It could be in the cracks or back in your room, and I don't know. Yeah. Great. RTs. Yeah, I gotta go. What is Lily cooking? Lily isn't cooking. We made a huge spaghetti sauce. Like, I'm talking, it's this big, Trace. Like, seriously, it's heavier than a fucking toddler. I don't know. If I had a scale, I'm not even able enough to, because it's hot now, to hold it for a long time. Like, triple or quadruple the size of my butt. I think it's at least fucking 30 pounds in there, right? There's Annie. I showed Annie the prep, except, right? But yeah, so it's like a big, imagine a big roasting pan for the biggest turkey ever, like full. I gotta start the pasta water, so yeah, and I'm done. My flow, like, I could probably go forever, but I need to eat and shut her down. This being said, thank you everyone for today's stream, for the energy of it, for the input, the output, for the background anchors that might not talk, but whoa, me feel ya. Right? Thank you, miguit, gracias, merci. And just saying, tomorrow's the first day of fall and spring, depending on where you are. And guess what? It's a do day, right? Do. A lot of do-dos. And I couldn't help it. If you haven't heard me say do, well, now you got it inside of you. I love you guys. Thank you for coming in too, Trace. You can, again, it's about us, eh, Trace? I stand by that. I don't do this alone. It's whoever chooses to come in and what we manifest together. And thank you. Love you guys. I can babble on a lot, but I'm the kind of person too in real life, I don't do long goodbyes. I'll hang out for a long time, but when I'm gone, I'm gone. right? It's the same when I stream. I don't wrap up and have special ways. It's just boom, we're out of here.